supposed to start so much earlier. Oh, we're live.
Hi. Oh, I guess I should go live on TikTok, yeah?
Okay, yeah. Um, Bobby's about to go live on TikTok. I'm about to go live on TikTok. But welcome if you are here. Thank you so much for coming. I think we'll give people a second to like get here if they're not already here.
Yeah. Let's
All
see.
right.
Okay, cool.
Oh, let me put in the thingy mabobber. Give people a second to get here. Are we gonna go live together or separately? Probably separately.
Yeah, I think separately.
Oh,
Because we'll be talking to each other here.
yeah. I don't have a way to prop up my phone, unfortunately, because I'm poor.
You can just hold it the whole time.
I'm
Just
just gonna hold it
in
the whole
view.
time. This is also probably super loud into the mic. I'm really sorry. Okay.
You sound fine from my end.
Really? I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I'm trying. I really am. Oh, are people here?
Oh my
Hello.
gosh. Habits,
Hi,
you're so
everyone.
sweet. Stop it. Thank
We're
you.
so sorry. Um, we're not very good at this whole streaming thing. This is my first time streaming without hi ho slash Amelia. Actually, Amelia is running the stream. I'm just here trying my best, honestly. I don't know. I'm gonna try to prop up my phone. Um, and in the meantime, Bobby, I think you have something to plug, don't you?
Oh, do I? I mean, it could possibly
You
be
do.
a podcast, maybe, that's coming on
Oh
September
yeah, I think
8th.
so.
It's just, a little something. A little something for the kids.
Just a little
And for
something.
adults too, for everyone. But yeah, I'm dropping a podcast finally. It should be available everywhere. And if not, that is due to me being kind of a dum-dum as far as technology goes. But yeah, I finally decided on a name, but I'm gonna wait to push that, and I'm gonna make a formal video on my TikTok at the afternoon special.
Okay.
So if you want more info, that's where it will be. But got a podcast going. Momo, how are you doing over there?
I'm trying so hard. I don't have one of those propping up things. I'm so sorry. Hi. Hi, Hippie Potter. If you do want to participate in this stream, uh, if you wanted to see what we're actually doing, Bobby and I are live. If you wanted to see what we're actually doing, we're actually live on Twitch. Um, I'm just trying to let people know by also streaming here on TikTok. And my phone is not staying up. You can see it slowly falling. Very sorry about that. I hope Amelia can cut this from like the actual thing we're gonna upload to YouTube. I'm trying my very best.
You're doing
Okay.
great. I
You know
believe
what?
in you.
That's just gonna work. That's gonna work. Oh God, no, it fell Okay. Um, I hope people are. Hopefully, anyone that's here is here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you know what? We're gonna start. Hi everyone, I'm Momo Scariot. You might know me from TikTok. I almost said Twitch. You don't know me from Twitch. I am 1/3 of Blerd Roundtable. The other two are Hi Ho and Amelia. They are not present at the moment. Technically, Amelia is, but they're not on screen. And today we have joining us the afternoon special, aka Bobby,
Hello.
also
How's it
from
going?
TikTok. Say hi.
Yeah. Hi,
Okay.
guys.
And today I bring you TV tournament. What we have here is 32 shows, 16 on the left, 16 on the right. They're going to go head to head. We're going to see what is the best show of the 2000s. We have shows from Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, what else? Disney
Disney.
and
Discovery
Discovery Kids,
Kids.
a personal favorite channel of mine. No one else except me and Bobby have seem to have watched it regularly.
Yeah, we kept that channel going, I think.
We really did. It was really just us watching the questionable endurance and as well as Flight 29 down. Let's see. Amelia, the ghost in the sky. Can you put the first two shows on the screen? What are we competing against? What are the shows that we're gonna see? Okay, up first we have Kids Next Door versus Time Warp Trio.
Hmm.
Hmm. Remember, do you remember our categories, Bobby, or do I have to go over them again?
I do not. I remember one of them, and that was the one that I pitched.
That's great because I also did forget the categories that we came up with. We're rating on a scale from 1 to 5. Um, God, I did not write that down. Animation style, voice acting, representation, cultural impact, theme song, and then our bonus category of vibes.
Just
Just like
vibes.
the vibes it gave us. Okay, let's start with theme song. Do you remember the theme? There was no real theme song. Sorry for Kids Next Door, but there
No,
was for Time Warp Trio, and we cannot sing it because copyright strike.
I don't know if we
But I
even
think
if we did sing it, if they would be able to like flag it.
I don't think so, but I think they own the melody. So I think if we say the lyrics, they can't flag it. So here we go. Uh, three boys surfing on the time
Time.
continuum.
Yeah.
Here
Here
we
we
go.
go.
Three boys. Something. Something. The
It's
time is
like 3-4.
21:05.
It's like three
Something. Something.
boys
Something. Something.
surfing
Something.
time. Yeah.
Traveling through history.
Then it's like that
And then
breakdown.
right. Oh, maybe a little bit about the shows. Has anyone actually seen Time Warp Trio? I know a lot of you have absolutely seen Kids Next Door. Have you seen Time Warp Trio, or are we just talking to ourselves here? And give chat like a second to catch up.
Am I supposed to be able to see like the graphics or
Oh, if you if you pull up Twitch, if you actually pull up Twitch on like your phone or like another window, you can see the stream.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm just a dum dum. Give me a second to do
Oh
that.
no, go for it. It's fine.
I was
I'm
not
also
thinking about
like
that.
this. The chat box is just really tiny, so it's not like we can really see it. Um, but we have Hi Ho to thank for the awesome layout, so you can actually see the shows we're talking about, as
Oh
well as
wow.
like the chat box and the teeny tiny TV. It's very cute.
Oh, that's cool. Graphic
No,
design is their passion.
right. So no one's seen Time Warp Trio as I expected because it's a Discovery Kids channel. If you watch Discovery Kids, you probably didn't have many friends.
What are you trying to say
I'm
about us?
projecting. I mean, it says a lot. We
It
watched
does.
Discovery Kids when there was literally Cartoon Network on. I
That's
think
you just have refined taste. That's what it is.
right when we're comparing these two shows, Time Warp Trio taught you about history.
Mm-hmm.
There was time travel involved and magic. Kids
In a
Next
book.
Door had like it was just it was all so good with like the kids being able to make their own like technology and shit. These shows were really good. God, what do you
Sorry.
think, Bobby?
Sorry, I just went to Twitch to try and see it and it started playing something. But no, I agree. I like Time Warp Trio because it talked about history
Mhm.
and I was like a big history nerd when I was a kid. I feel like it was giving you a bit of everything.
It
And
was.
Codename Kids Next Door, what we loved about it was that it was like an action show for kids.
Mm,
And for that, it gets some points, but like what do we walk away from? What do we take from it? What do we learn from it? Not history.
that's true.
So
I should probably like actually write down the scores we're giving. It's like so K and D, and I wish my autocorrect would not kick in. And Time Warp Trio. Time Warp Trio. Okay. Kids Next Door for theme song. I'm sorry. I got to give it I think I might have to give it a one. That theme song,
It's
it
not a
did
theme
not
song.
give what it was supposed to get. It didn't have a theme song.
It
So
was an
unfortunately,
instrumental.
it was just an instrumental. K and D, we're gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a one. What are you giving them?
A one, a one, because
One.
it was like fun, I guess. Because it, but the
It was
main
fun. I like
thing
the beat.
about the theme song was the visuals, so it's not even the song.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Hmm. Time Warp Trio. That it had a catchy theme song. It did.
It
Do
did
we remember the lyrics? Unfortunately, we do not.
because we're in our 20s. When was the last time we watched Time Warp Trio?
Listen, if this show was ageless, we would be able to just sing it off of the top of our memory, and we can't. So I might have to give it a three.
That is true. I didn't even think about that, but that is true for timelessness. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think a three. Three is good. I'm gonna go with three. Just
Three?
kind of.
Okay.
But to be fair, I will preface that I am notorious for just not knowing lyrics. So,
That is fair. That is fair.
like,
Okay, next category, cultural impact. If we're gonna be
um,
honest, even though we absolutely do love, we love Time Warp Trio, can't say it did impact the culture. We are the only two
nope.
people that do know this show.
Yep. I can't even say that I remember any of the characters' names on Time Warp Trio.
There was Sam,
Okay.
Jody.
The most white bread name, Sam.
Sam, I think, was the Japanese kid with the glasses.
Okay.
Fred was the blonde boy with the hat. Main character's name, don't remember. Jody was Sam's great times 10 granddaughter. No, no, no. Yeah, Jody was Fred's great times 10 granddaughter. Remember any of the other names? No.
No.
So cultural impact, I'm sorry, that's a one for me.
Um, can we go lower than one? Because I would venture to say zero.
No. We can't give them a zero. It's a scale from 1 to 5.
Okay, then a one. But like
We
it doesn't necessarily, it's hard because we're putting a show like a premium cable channel show versus like Cartoon Network, which was pretty like accessible to a lot of people.
That's
Unless you
true.
didn't have cable altogether.
That's true. But then again, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is random. It was randomized. It did put them through like a random like simulator that was just supposed to pair them off, and this is what we got. So
Okay.
don't blame me. Blame whatever the hell program I use. I don't remember. I just googled it. Kiss Next Door. This did leave its mark
Yeah.
in society. I do have to say.
And the character names a lot easier because they're just numbers. Number
Exactly.
one, number two, like, all the way up until whatever number it is.
Fun fact, I don't know if you know this, but I'm 99% sure that the person that voiced um, Nigel Uno also voiced number two. So number one and two are voiced by the same person.
Oh.
I didn't
Am
know
I
that.
also remembering it wrong? Or maybe we can save this for like the voice acting
Yeah.
section, but like I saw something that was like the voice of Nigel Uno is also the same voice as Raven, not Raven, oh my gosh, Robin from Teen Titans, but I feel like that's wrong.
Can we get a fact checker? Anyone in chat? Can you fact check that? Because I do want to know.
I'm not standing by it. Like I'm not putting any like
Yeah.
emotions unless I'm right. Then I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
fucking, I told you so.
I mean, like, if someone can fact check this and it's a right, that's insane. But in terms of cultural impact, man,
From
I'm
number
gonna give
five
it.
alone,
I gotta give it. I'm gonna give it a four. Actually,
I would. I'm gonna give it a three. And the reason I'm gonna give it a three is that it was middle of the road kind of
mm,
cultural impact. Like it feels
okay,
bigger because we're putting it like got put against a show that was so small.
that's
But
true.
in the grand scheme of all the shows that we're going to talk about, um I would it's pretty middle of the road for me.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna give it to you. Next up, representation. These shows were actually pretty good for
Yeah,
rep.
neck and neck, I
They're
would
neck and
say.
neck. God.
Yeah, because they,
Oh.
yeah, Time War, and be it Time Warp Trio kind of cheats because it is going through history.
But then
So
again, it's going through history, and like one of the main character is black, and they're
yeah,
not always going to the future. Like we definitely, I'm 100% sure we did go to like back when there was like horses and buggies, so probably not the best time for whatever his name was.
yeah, but they made it
So
work.
they did make it work. They did. Um, and number, okay, was number one black?
In Codename Kids Next,
Yeah.
Nigel, look at him.
I mean, like he could just be light skinned.
That is that's a little white boy. That's a little bald white boy. Look at him.
I thought he was just light
What
skinned.
do you mean light skin? That is a
I
that is
thought he
a
was
British
mixed with a white
bald
dad. I don't
child.
know.
Like he's not the same shade of white as number two, but
Yeah.
in
So
Codename
then
Kids
he
Next,
was just
Nigel,
crying.
look at him. That
Because
is
I
a
really
white
honestly
child.
thought he was light skinned this whole time.
I
I
don't think
really
that they
did.
were given like Codename Kids Next Door had representation, but they were doing like
Like, are you sure? Are you sure he's not black? Really?
I'm
I really thought he was.
Momo, look at him. Look
I
at him.
thought I'm looking at this man or this kid. This looks like a light skin with a white dad.
What 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 evidence do you have to support that?
Um, just trust me, bro.
No, I'm not just gonna trust you.
He's
It doesn't
white.
help that we can't see his
He's
eyes.
white. He's white. I didn't know.
Yes, Momo, he's white. It's three white people in this group and then two people of color.
I don't. I don't. That doesn't feel right though.
I never read him. There was no black coding with Nigel. There is
Like,
not.
you know what? I thought he was black in the same way that people think that Lex Luthor from the Justice League cartoons is black. Like he just he just looks black.
I can get that, but I'm still not gonna agree. That's a white child, a bald British boy. He is Caucasian as
I'm
a palm colored
I'm a
individual.
little embarrassed. I'm gonna be a little embarrassed actually. I'm a little embarrassed.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
So I guess we're gonna give you you know what? There are five people in this group, one of which is apparently not black. I think he's half black, so I'm gonna give them a 2.5 for rep.
You know what? He might be Asian though, because based on the color that they use for what's their name? Number three?
For number three. Yeah.
They're kind of the same, like they're close to the same shade.
You
I would
know,
take Asian before I will take a light skin.
okay. All right. We'll agree to disagree, but we'll agree that he is half something.
Yeah, he's
So,
half something.
what do you give them for representation?
Um, uh, I feel like they're both pretty even keeled. Because it seems like Time Warp Trio they have a light skin leader, uh, perhaps Latinx.
Yeah.
Sam, the one with the glasses, he looks like he might be Asian. The one
He's
with the cap,
Japanese. I'm
he's
90% sure
Japanese.
he's Japanese.
And then the other one is obviously a white boy.
Yeah.
And then like their female counterparts the same. I
So
I'm
that would
gonna give
make
them both a 4.
4 6. 4 6.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay. All right. And let's see. Oh, sorry. I messed that up.
Someone please clip that. I'm begging you. Mo.
I really, you know what? I will not apologize. I
You know,
genuinely I did think they were, I
I
did
have
think that he was absolutely mixed. I thought he was half black the
I
whole
have
time.
no idea what evidence you had to support that, but you know what? I
You know what?
appreciate
Vibes were my evidence.
Vibes and vibes only.
Vibes and vibes only.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll take that.
Let's see. Voice acting. You know
Um,
what? Who did a black person? A black person did voice um number 5.
yeah, it's Cree Summer.
Did an Asian person voice number 3?
Probably not. Probably.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm also going to say no.
I'm pretty sure everyone that voiced the characters in Time Warp Trio was white though, until they
Okay.
changed it for Jodie, and then they recast the black girl for like the last 5 episodes of the show.
Okay. So better late than never, I suppose. But um voice acting number 3 is Asian. Okay, maybe.
So the voice actor is Asian.
Is there confirmation on that? Because if so, that changes.
That does change your score. Okay, so that does change your score.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Okay. So
Bobby, you
right.
were just static. Oh no, you're back. You're back. Just kidding. All right. So what score do you give them in that case?
I still will put I'm giving Codename Kids Next Door a 4 for Cree Summer alone. Um like she well and truly carried the show. We all know this.
That's true.
I can't say I remember any of the character voices from Time Warp Trio. They weren't grating, so they weren't
That's
bad.
true. I'm
So
gonna
for
give
that,
them
I get like
a 2. A 2
Yeah.
in that. A 2 for voice acting.
So, they did their best. They just needed
They did.
Cole to be the voice.
I will also give Kids Next Door a 4 for their voice acting. Now animation style. I feel like we're gonna agree on this. Kids Next Door's was better.
Yeah. And it's probably just a budget thing too, because I know Time
Yeah.
Warp Trio, they looked like paper cutouts. Like they kind of moved a little bit, like the frame
Yeah.
rate was kind of low.
I'm
So
gonna have to give them. You know what? It's not Big Mouth bad, so I can't give them a 1. I'm gonna give them a 2.
yeah, they worked with the budget that they were given on
They
Discovery
did.
Kids, which was probably $20 split among the staff.
$20 and a ham sandwich.
Exactly. So everyone was netting out with maybe $1 and like a crumb of the
Yeah.
sandwich.
So Kids Next Door, what do you give them for animation?
I still don't like it, so I'm gonna give it a 3, but it's better than Time Warp Trio.
I love it. I'm gonna give it a 4, actually.
It's just the ears that I think throws me off.
The
And like
ears?
the slender football heads. So it's like Arnold without the commitment to the bit.
Without the commitment. You know what? Okay, let me do the math real quick to see which one we'll be moving on. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Kids Next Door.
It's gotta be.
Bear with me because I am terrible at math.
Also, I
So
just
bad.
noticed that you can't see any of their eyes on Codename Kids Next Door. I don't know if there's a theory behind that, but like none of their eyes are seen.
There quite possibly might be a theory. So 5. Fuck. Someone good at math, tell me how much this is. 5 plus 8 plus 2.5. That's 13, 14, 15, 15.5. Okay. 6 plus 8 plus 1, 15. And 4 plus 4, 8, 4. I lost it. Is that 12? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, yeah, 12. Then 4 plus 4 plus 4 is also 12. Kids Next Door wins this round. Kids Next Door moves on in the competition.
Woohoo.
Okay. Moving on, our next group is next 2 shows, Amelia onegaishimasu. I'm sorry. I literally just moved from Japan. That was that was literally reflex.
She's well traveled. She's a
Like
world
as I was
scholar.
saying that, I'm just like, I'm not in the right country for this. Oh, our next head-to-head, Chowder versus Proud Family.
Oh, this is
I feel
hard.
like this is hard. I feel like this is so easy.
I mean, it's easy, but like I love both shows, so it's hard. But I
I'm
know
gonna
which
be
one's gonna
honest.
move on.
I did not care for Chowder.
Wow. Care to elaborate? Why?
I didn't care for it.
I
I don't
can,
know. It just wasn't for me.
you know what though? I can see that because it definitely had its moments. Like it was the show that kind of marked Cartoon Network entering their just like random humor phase and like not
Yeah,
everything
that's
was
it.
landing. But I feel like it's a little bit smarter than like, I don't know, like Clarence or Uncle Grandpa or like whatever.
I feel like this was at the beginning of like their almost downfall. Does that make sense? Like they kind of went downhill for a bit, and then they came back up
Yeah.
recently. But like this was like right before they decided we're gonna make live action content.
Yeah. And that's how you know that was a cry for help, I
That
think.
was it was not great.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, but oh, we didn't. We forgot to rate for vibes, but whatever. Um,
Doesn't
vibes.
matter.
I feel like Kids Next Door still wins, even though I do deeply love. Um, what is it? Not Chowder. I do deeply love
Uh,
Time Up Trio.
the vibes were they're very school vibes. Like I
Yeah,
remember watching an episode of Time Warp Trio in school. So like,
yeah.
you
So
know,
still, Kids Next Door wins out in vibes.
yeah.
Okay, Chowder and the Proud Family,
So are we starting off
and
with
we're
theme
starting with
song?
theme song again.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I
like
if you give Chowder and the Proud Family the same score, I feel like we can't be friends.
why would Solange? Why would I do that? Proud
I don't
Family's
know,
getting a
like
5.
that's what I'm saying.
That's culture right there. I can't go against that.
Like Bobby, I don't know what happened to your camera, but
Uh-oh.
just
I can
just
I'm
staticky.
like staticky. I can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I don't know why. Let me see. I don't know why it's doing that because I still show up fine. Like I can still see myself. Hmm. There I am.
There you are. Okay. Let's see. So I did give proud. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. Words are hard. I did give the Proud Family a 5.
And I am agreeing with you. A 5. That's I mean, come on. Solange,
Right?
Destiny's Child.
Okay. Chowder. They did have a somewhat catchy theme song. It's
Yeah.
like so come on in, something something always cooking. Da da
Stay out wow,
something
cause
something.
you're cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah.
for the Proud Family, I do think. Oh, you take the moon and you
And
take
you
the
take
sun.
the
You
sun. You
da
take
da da da
everything that
da.
seems like fun.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
stir it all up and I do remember the whole song for
Rada rada
Chowder.
rada
So
rada rada.
rada,
Rada.
rada.
And that is the come on cooking part. But then I think we
Mhm.
could sing the Proud Family one to its entirety.
I believe that.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
not going to because, like, number one, Disney's gonna copyright strike our ass. Number
Hmm.
two, we're not going to insult Solange like
No, no, I will not.
that.
Disney
Disney's
watch
not watching
us.
this.
It
Oh,
just
let me see. Did it fix itself? I don't think so because I don't have that kind of luck. Uh, I hope I fixed my statickiness.
it's a little staticky.
Let me know if it's fixed. Is it fixed?
Uh,
Is it fixed?
no, it's still a
Is it
little
fixed? All right,
stat.
let's try something else. Uh, is it fixed?
Yeah, now it is.
Okay. Super awesome. Loved. Love that for me. What was I saying? I completely forgot. Oh yeah. Proud
Um,
family. We're not going to insult Solange by trying to sing the Proud Family song,
We're not.
but we will talk it. Proud Family. What?
You starting from the middle? Why?
I am? No.
God, it's like you and me will always be tied.
That's no. They introduce it. They're just like, Proud Family. What?
Oh,
you and
okay.
me will always be tight.
Okay. Family every single day and night.
Day and night. Something. Oh God, something.
Even when you start acting like a fool, fake fan.
You know, there's no one I love as much as you. Proud Family. Proud Family. Proud Family.
I feel like we missed
I think we did, but we're not gonna go on it. They'll push your buttons and make you wanna love them.
Yeah.
Proud Family. Proud Family. Proud Family. What? And that like really loud.
Yeah.
Oscar, 5 for theme song. I am going to give Chowder, even though I do not like the show, I'm going to give them a 4 for a theme song.
Mm-hmm. It's a good theme song because it's short and sweet and like it gets you into the show pretty quickly.
Okay. All right. And let's see. Next up we have cultural impact. I'm very sorry. Proud Family 5.
Oh, Proud Family easy 5, but I'm just gonna say Proud Family is a 5 for us, you know, for us, of course. But I feel like Chowder has a grip on the Caucasian community that I'm starting to see on TikTok a little bit more that I did not expect. So for them, that's a 5. But for us, Proud Family, that's an easy 5.
Yeah. Chowder, cultural impact. I'm giving it a 2.
A 2? There's like 3 sounds from Chowder that are trending on TikTok right now.
Fine, a 3. A 3.
Okay, I'll take a 3. A 3 is fine.
What do you say? A 3?
I'm giving it a 4.
Okay, 3. We'll round it up to 3.5.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Okay, and now representation. Proud Family, for me, also a 5.
Yeah, and also Chowder is hard because
I don't think there's any humans in Chowder.
They're not people. Like, yeah, like there's one, but she's not a person because she's like small and she flies and she has like a mushroom head. So,
what Rada? What's his name?
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel is definitely black.
The voice actor is not, so I don't know what.
Are you serious?
It's Joe. What's his name? Is it John DiMaggio? You played
lying
Bender on Futurama? Yeah.
I had the same vibes for like Chef from Total Drama Island and Schnitzel.
Yeah, John DiMaggio.
I got the same vibes. You know what? I'm gonna give up. I cannot. You know how many videos I've made about black coding, and I've genuinely thought that like Nigelino was definitely black.
No, that is a white man. I've heard some interviews from him, and he like used to have a character that kind of sounds. I won't say that the character sounds black.
Okay,
but
he sounds black.
The connection can definitely be made.
Okay.
So,
our eye in the sky, Amelia says that there's a few black people with small roles on the show, IMDb. So
for 2? That, a 2. Yeah, I was gonna give it a 1 because
actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 1 too.
Yeah.
So Chowder's not looking good. It's not looking good for Chowder.
Chowder was never looking good. We could have skipped this one.
I mean, I didn't think it'd get demolished like this, but this is embarrassing.
It was doing okay. I was trying to help it out, but representation, it simply was not going.
It was not it.
No.
Voice acting.
I don't think. Well, Tara Strong is in Chowder, and John DiMaggio is like a pretty prolific voice actor too.
That is true. I mean, Kyla Pratt was Penny Proud. That's got to count for something. But then also, she was basically like a Disney legacy at that point.
Yeah, and La Cienega is Elisa Reyes, and she was on All That. She was like on the first couple seasons of All That.
Oh, I did not know that.
Hmm.
I gotta give them maybe a, a two for voice acting. Like there was nothing amazing about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it just sounded like you can tell there were black people and like
Yeah,
people of
which is great.
color.
We love
Yeah,
that. But also
but
like they weren't outstanding voice actors.
no, it wasn't any. It just felt like people that you had seen in shows that
It's
then
true.
went on to like provide a voice. And
That's what it felt like, honestly.
Orlando Brown, he's Sticky from
I forgot about that. So yeah, it really was just like whoever was in the Disney bank already that they also cast for this show.
Mhm.
I don't hate it, but like I don't love it.
No, I did want more from it, but at the
I
same time,
did.
I think the show, like for what it was, didn't need to have
Mm,
like this like groundbreaking like voice acting crew. Like they did fine for what it
it's
was.
true.
They weren't bad.
Okay, so what do you think we should give it?
I feel like because it feels like they were doing two
Mm,
different things. I will give Chowder a 3 because like obviously Tara Strong,
yeah,
John DiMaggio, they're up there as far as voice actors go. And then a 3 for Proud Family because they were actual black people voicing the characters. Like black people and people of color like voicing these characters.
I agree.
So,
Animation style. I swear to God, if you give Chowder a
I,
good score, I that's why I couldn't watch the show. I hated the animation style.
I didn't I Okay, so what I'm going to say is this. What I'm going to
Oh my
preference
God. Go
it's
ahead.
not what I'm going to preface it by saying, first of all, you're giving me a reaction and I don't feel like this is a safe space anymore. What I was going to say was it's not great, but
That is true.
I I appreciate that they were doing something different with the character designs and models. I still the most I will give it is a 3. It's not better than Proud Family to me.
Mm.
That's all I'm going to say.
I'm giving it a solid 1. So does that knock it down? I don't know how math works. If you give it, yeah, that should knock it down to a 2.
Yeah, it
Averages out
should.
to a 2.
I can take a 2. That's why I was being generous. I said the most I would give it is a 3. But Proud Family,
It has a very distinct animation style, and I don't think I can name any other animated show that does have this animation style.
yeah, I'm giving it a 4. It wasn't my favorite, like, but it wasn't bad by any means.
That's what I was going to give it as well, a 4, because it was iconic, but it wasn't great.
No,
Um,
not by any means. But it stood out from the other animated shows on Disney Channel at the time.
it did. It did. Do we want to give these shows a vibes score?
I mean, Proud Family vibes alone, 5. Like
Yeah,
the vibes were there. So many iconic episodes and moments, characters. The vibes are immaculate, I think.
I do. I don't love the vibes of Chowder, but I do have to give it its flowers for having like viral sounds, making it relevant today. And
Hmm.
also, there are some scenes that are burned into my mind forever.
Yeah. I give Chowder like a 4 in vibes
I was
as
gonna
I
give it a
thought it was
3,
funny. Okay, so
so averages out to 3.5.
okay, I'll take that a 3, a 3.5.
Um, I don't think I have to do the math because Proud Family clearly does win out here.
Yeah, it does. We're not it's not gonna be winning anything anytime soon.
That's correct. All right, our next one is going to be Amelia queuing up the next ones, like the great eye in the sky they are. The omnipotent god. Awesome. We have Ben 10 versus Juniper Lee. I feel like I did see both of these shows. Have you seen both of these shows?
I've seen one more than the other. I've seen The Life and Times of Juniper Lee more than Ben 10.
Okay. I mean, like, I didn't know which ones you'd seen. I was just kind of randomly choosing.
There's only one show on this list that I haven't seen, but I know of it very, very, very well, so I might as well have seen it.
Okay. Theme song. I do not remember a single line of Juniper Lee's theme song. I don't remember a single line.
I could not tell you a melody. I couldn't even tell you a
I
start and
couldn't
nope.
tell you anything of the theme song. I feel very bad because I did enjoy the show. Couldn't tell you anything.
Not
You
a
could
word.
play it. If you played it to me right now, I don't know if it would ring a bell.
I hmm. Yeah, truly nothing is coming to
Nothing, not a morsel, not a hum, not a melody, not a lyric,
Oh, I
nothing.
feel so bad. I feel so bad.
I could hear it walking down the street, and I wouldn't know if these are this song.
Sorry to this song.
I thought those were the lyrics for a second. I thought those were the lyrics. If you told me those were the lyrics, I'd believe you.
I could tell because you were saying them as if you were trying to come up with a melody.
I straight up thought those were the lyrics.
No.
I quote Kiki Palmer all the time, and I thought those were the lyrics.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry. My bad, I guess.
So I'm gonna give it a 1 because
one. Ben 10, like he's you know what? I don't know. I think it says the words he's Ben 10 at some point in time. But I am mixing it up with the Totally Spies theme song.
No, see, I'm mixing it up with Danny Phantom. So
that's fair. That's fair.
I was like, he's a phantom. Like, that's not it. That's another green and black show.
I think I might have to give it a 1 as well because I cannot remember a single line of the theme song or even like the melody.
I will be honest, this round might be a little bit of a wash for me because I remember appreciating Juniper Lee a lot, but as far as details,
oh yeah, it started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist the secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10. Okay, I'm bumping up my score to a 3.
I thought when you were saying it that I remembered it, and then I remembered that I was absolutely remembering the theme song for Johnny Test. So it's a watch for me. I do not remember.
I'm gonna give them a 3. You're giving them a 1. That does bump us up to a 1, a 2. Just kidding.
That's fine.
Ben 10 has taken the lead unexpectedly, completely unexpectedly.
Why? Because you could remember a couple lines.
You couldn't remember the couple lines either.
Okay, to be fair, that's all right. Whatever.
Cultural impact. I think. I mean, Ben 10 has had like several remakes, so I do have to give it the higher score.
I have to give it to it too.
Juniper Lee is at a disadvantage because it came out within months of American Dragon Jake Long, and it had basically the same plot.
Mm-hmm. And it was never gonna prosper. It should have, because it was a good show.
It should have, but like it was almost the same plot on like a less popular network.
They didn't stand a chance. Honestly.
It didn't stand a chance. So I do have to give Ben 10. It didn't give a cultural impact to me, but
for merchandising alone, it was an impact on somebody.
You're right. Let's give you a 4. I'm gonna give you a 4. What are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give Ben 10 a good 3. Okay. I don't think it had much impact beyond 10-year-old boys.
That's fair.
But for them, that was their moment. You know, that was their watershed moment.
It does have a spin-off of the original Ben 10 does have like a pretty popular sound on TikTok at the moment.
What is the sound?
It's the one that's like, oh God, it's Kevin 11 and he's saying something that's just like, he's like telling Gwen like she can't do something, and she's like, go on, and he's like, no. I sense I've made a mistake of some kind.
Okay, yeah. I just recognized it was like Greg Sipes' voice. I was like, oh, that sounds like Beast Boy. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, that's not Beast Boy.
Sorry, Juniper Lee. I'm gonna have to give you a 1 for cultural impact.
She's not
I'm gonna
making
give
it through
them.
this round.
I'm gonna give her a 2,
Okay.
because that meant something to some little girl out there. I know it did.
It had to have, yeah.
In terms of like the cultural sphere, not
Yeah.
great, but it did mean something to someone, and I'm
For
giving it
the
a 2 for
5
that.
little girls out there whose
That remember
lives were
this show.
changed, we are 2 of them. So the other 3 of
Yes.
y'all, good for you.
What is next? Voice act? No, representation. Okay, this is Juniper Lee's whole space.
this is her
whole
moment.
area.
This is her moment. I only remember her. I think she had a little brother, right?
She did have a little brother that was like irritating. Whereas American Dragon Jake Long, like she was like smart. I think his name was like RJ. I think it was RJ.
Sure.
And he was like a little stinker. Like he was one of those little annoying brothers that like wanted to be around and like get into trouble and such.
Okay. She's thriving in this regard. A solid 4,
yeah,
I guess.
Solid 4. I do want to give her a 4 for that. Rep Ben 10. It did center around like a family. So
2.
I mean 2, because there was a girl at least.
There was one girl.
There was at least a girl.
Really, it was mostly monsters and a little kid. So it's like
2.
Yeah, 2 is as much as we could give it, I think.
Yeah.
And she was a ginger. So that adds some representation for the gingers out there.
Let's see. And voice acting. the silence, Bobby.
Because I was trying to remember. I remember.
I'm sorry, Juniper Lee. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to give her it. Like I'm grasping for straws right now.
I can't even recall what she sounded like.
I remember her sounding like kind of cool, like a tomboy, like kind of cool.
Can Amelia, can you check to see if whoever voiced Juniper Lee was even Asian?
That's the most that we can go off.
That's the most we can give her. That's the most we can give this show.
Like, is the voice actress Asian? Yes, then
really all we can give her at this point. I want to give her more because I did really like this show. I remember really enjoying it.
For me to claim that I loved it so much, no moments are coming to mind. I cannot remember the voice actor.
I feel like we're fake fans. We're fake fans.
We might be, and that's okay, because I support women. So I'm not like gonna get wrapped up in do I remember the show? No, I don't. But against Ben 10, yes, I do. It's my favorite show.
Right, exactly. I did. Okay. It's a maybe. A maybe.
Okay. A maybe is good enough.
We're gonna take it.
Mm-hmm. We're just gonna take that and run with it.
Give her a what for? Maybe a 2 for voice acting.
Yeah, a 2. That works. They were good enough to get hired. So
that's true. Ben 10. I mean, like, I can't say it was spectacular.
No, I would give it a 2 as well.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it just there's nothing that stands out. Like,
that's right.
Yeah, because I don't know if this is the version that has Greg Sipes in it. Because if so, that would kind of bump it up a little bit.
True,
but
and animation style, I feel like they're fairly even for animation styles. Like they were not bad animations, like by any means. They were pretty good.
No, for like their show, like
the
premise of them, pretty. I would give both a 4, honestly.
Yeah,
like they were both pretty good.
I think what was next after
that?
Vibes. I mean, we love the vibes of Juniper Lee. Straight up 5 for the vibes.
But and that is really the only 5.
That's all we can give them.
she was gonna get. Oh, yep, yep.
Ben
That's
10,
it.
the vibes for Ben 10. I think the original one was just like, I don't know. I don't see why it got like so many spin-offs.
I
But
think
I
it was
mean,
just it's super marketable. Like
it is.
that, I remember the merch more than I remember the show. Like I felt like the toys and stuff were just like everywhere.
Oh, bored but interested. Hello. I'm gonna give them maybe like a 3 for
For
like
vibe,
vibes. It wasn't bad vibes, but it wasn't like spectacular.
I wasn't feeling the vibes, but someone was. So
Yeah. Okay. I think I don't know. I'm so bad at math. Someone good at math. 2 plus um 8 plus 3.5. That's like 13.5.
would it be better for us to kind of just like
Yeah.
call it at the end rather than totaling up the numbers?
Is it because I'm struggling with this math, this basic math?
Yes. And it's okay because I am no better, but I'm like, we know the feeling of the show that should move forward.
I mean, like, sure. If okay, we will do the math if it's like obviously if it's two shows that are like evenly matched.
Yeah,
But if
if
it's
it's
one that's
neck
like
and neck.
very obviously gonna win out be like above, we're not gonna bother.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay. Next up, I think Amelia's gonna queue up the next two shows. And we're just waiting on that. All right. We have Braceface versus the regular show.
Oh gosh, this is not even at all.
I feel like this is fairly even.
How so people still talk about regular show.
I mean, like, I didn't vibe with regular show. I
Neither
did
did
vibe with
I.
Braceface.
Yeah, same.
Are
So,
we being objective or are we being biased here?
I mean, why do I need to represent everyone's opinions? This is
That is
me.
true. Okay, I would say Braceface wins out.
I also would say so too. I feel like if we just have to debate on it, I think we should. But some of these, we'll know immediately what should move forward.
See,
And it's our
um,
tourney.
the Diagon agrees with us. Like, Braceface wins up. We're just
Yeah.
gonna move Braceface to the next round. I don't think we gotta
Yeah.
go through all the other things.
No, because I don't remember the theme song for it at all. So let's just.
It's Braceface something 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 boyfriend something 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 teenage. We work it out in the end. Braceface and regular show. Does it even have a theme song?
uh, I don't know.
Exactly. Moving on.
I feel like there is such a massive like regular show to anime
We
pipeline that
absolutely have pissed off some like hard regular show stan.
yeah, yeah, and that's fine. You know,
Yeah, that's
that's on
okay.
them.
It's on you. Yeah.
It just
It's not moving to the next round, so like I guess cry about it.
next moving on.
Next two shows, Amelia, please. I think it's just gonna take a second to show up on stream, but what should be next up? Oh, my gym partner's monkey versus the
Fairly Odd Parents. Once again,
bodied, absolutely bodied. I am
destroyed.
destroyed. This is also around the same. My gym partner's a monkey also came out around the same time as Cartoon Network's biggest mistake, and that was pandering towards live action, like trying to shift towards live action content.
Yeah.
This show, honestly, a mistake. I put it in the same category as like, what is that show with the creepy animation? Flapjack?
Flapjack, yeah. It had a really good Cartoon Network game, like internet game, I'll tell you that. But as far as and for voice acting, I give it that Tom Kenny is the monkey and Tom Kenny is SpongeBob and literally every other
That's
person
true.
on
But then again, like Fairly Odd Parents, we have Tara Strong
Yeah, we do have
as
Tara Strong,
I almost said Jimmy Neutron as
yeah.
Jimmy Turner,
As Jimmy Neutron.
and we also have like the whole Jimmy Timmy Power Hours with Fairly Odd Parents. It had like that live action spin for a second.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Drake Bell, so
Oh,
that's
unfortunate.
derogatory.
Um, unfortunately with Drake, it had it was still going on for like the longest while. I think it just
Yeah,
finished. When did I say it finished? Fairly Odd Parents, 2017. So like fairly recently.
fairly
Absolutely,
recently.
yeah, fairly recently, yeah.
And I think it
So
has Gray Delisle too. She plays Vicky, I think.
true. Oh, I forgot about Juan Dissimo.
Oh, one DC move. Yeah. So again, absolutely bulldozed
Bodied, bodied.
completely.
Oh,
Fairly
I
Odd.
almost feel bad. That's like, ugh. That was not an even match. But like as this goes on, it's gonna get even harder. That's when
I
we're
feel like
actually gonna
it
have to
is.
bring in the numbers for sure.
Yeah.
Um, let's see.
We probably should have started with like kind of weeding out the ones that we know we're
You
gonna.
know what? We should have, but hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, that is true. And I feel like because it's a tourney,
Yeah.
maybe the first round is like first thought what we thought, and then as we move closer in,
Okay.
that's when we like debate a little bit more.
I mean, this is the first time we're doing the TV tournament. Also, can you queue up the next two shows, Amelia? This is the first time we're doing this. So we got to get the kinks out. I
We're
think
working
the
on
next
it.
time, if you want to come back, I don't know if this experience has completely turned you off to coming back to Blerd Roundtable.
No, I absolutely want to come back.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
When you come back, we will absolutely just like first round weeding things out. Second round is we're gonna be a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? A critical.
yeah, and just we get more critical as we like move closer
Yeah,
in.
I agree. Atla obviously
Bodied.
has to win out here. We do have to recognize the fact that Foster's had its moment. It did have its
It
a
did.
spin-off movie.
It did.
The
It did.
theories surrounding Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is amazing. The
Hmm.
concept was amazing. Unfortunately, it did get bodied by Avatar: The Last Airbender in this.
If if it went up against something else, it probably would have moved on to the next
I
round.
agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It,
it got put up against one of the best shows on this list
yeah, and one of the best just animated shows
in general.
in general. It wasn't going to happen, but you know what? Blue, Max and the rest, you're
And
great. I'm not going through all of them.
like I don't remember. I mean, like, I'm sorry. Amelia, please queue up the next ones. I feel bad looking at it because it
It
should,
hurt.
if it was up against any other show, it would have gone up. But
Yeah.
oh god, that hurts.
Oh,
That
oh,
does
this
hurt.
hurts. Oh, this hurts. Oh,
Oh,
this
oh,
hurts. Oh
I'm in,
my
I'm in
gosh, this
physical
hurts.
pain. Oh, I think we do have to be a little critical here because these are honestly really, really good shows.
These are
Oh,
such
these
good
are so
shows.
good. All right,
Okay.
we're going back to the good old
Yeah,
Criterion.
yeah, we got to because this is
Ah,
this hurts me because it's so close,
this
but
is
for
their
different reasons.
literal neck and neck, literal neck and neck.
Oh my
Theme
gosh.
song. I could sing both theme songs
Same.
easily. Well,
I
first of all, Teen
still
Titans is just Teen Titans over and over again.
yeah, that's an instrumental.
Like yeah, when there's trouble, you know
You
who
know
to
who to
call.
call. Yeah, sing the
Teen
Japanese
Titans.
if you're a real fan. It's your time
I
to
didn't even know there was
shine,
a
mama.
Japanese one.
Um,
You can do it all, Teen Titans. When there's trouble, something on the
something.
attack. When there's
Okay.
bad guys on the attack, uh, you
It's
know who to call.
Tuesday.
Teen Titans.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. I guess I really thought it was instrumental and just Teen Titans, so fake fan. But
No,
it
it's
was
like I think
it's a
it's sung
banger.
by Hi Hi Puffy Yumi.
Yeah, it is.
When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans. Some the
They can see it
see it
all.
all. From their
They
tower, they can see it
they
all.
can see it. Okay, that
When
makes sense.
there's bad guys on the attack, I think
It's summertime.
something. We've got your back.
Nope, we got your back.
You know who to call. Teen Titans, go! And then it just
Go.
goes on like that.
Yeah,
And
makes sense. I can
as
sing.
told, let's go. Let's duet this. Let's duet this, Bobby. Okay. Let's not do this.
Okay.
Let's not embarrass ourselves on the internet.
Someone once told
Told
me
me
the
the
grass was
grass was
much
much
greener
greener
on the
on
other
the other
side.
side.
Now, I paid a visit, but it's possible I missed it.
It
Seems different, yet
different,
exactly the
exactly the
same.
same.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Till
From
further notice. Till
till
further
further
notice.
notice. Uh,
My
I'm in
I'm in
between.
between. Yeah,
I'm in
I'm
between.
in
Between. I'm in
from where
between.
I'm standing.
From where I'm
My
standing.
grass is green.
My
Someone
grass is green.
First of all, that's
Yeah.
poetry right there.
Right?
That's like
Someone
now
once told me the grass was much greener on the other
on the
side.
other side.
By Macy Gray, I want to say.
Yeah, Macy Gray. She first of all put her fucking foot into singing that song.
I do have to give that theme song a solid 5. A
It's
solid 5.
5 across the board. 5s. I have
What
to.
Teen
I'm gonna.
Titans for the theme song? What would you give them? I would give them. I have to give them a 4 because I couldn't sing it properly.
Yeah, yeah. The lyrics weren't as. I won't say they weren't as discernible, but
Yeah,
I guess I don't remember them as readily as told by Ginger. But it
yeah.
doesn't make it less of a banger.
Like this hurts me so bad because
This is.
as a superhero fan, and then also like, and as told by Ginger Stan, this hurts so bad. Oh,
It's
this is
just.
painful.
I know how this is probably going to end, and it
I
hurts
don't
me.
know how this is gonna end, and it's.
Momo.
I'm a little scared.
Okay. I feel like I know where we're going, and it's gonna hurt my heart so bad. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Okay.
I think I've seen this film. Oh, she's definitely gonna. Let me stop. She's gonna flag that. A cultural impact.
Oh,
I mean, Teen Titans literally got
a spin-off.
a spin-off and a movie.
It did. It did. I mean, as what? No, there's no argument that I could make here.
There's like, I mean, it made a cultural impact on me, as told by Ginger.
Anybody who grew up writing in some capacity or doing anything analytical or creative,
Oh my god,
you
as
know,
told by Ginger,
let's say
had
thank you to Miss
such
Ginger because she was the
Miss
blueprint.
Ginger Foutley pouring out for
Miss
Miss Ginger Foutley.
Miss Ginger, truly icon, star. But cultural impact, Teen Titans, that's a solid 5 right there. Like,
I have to give as told by Ginger a 4.5
yes, it's right behind. Like
because
it's right there.
it's right there. It really is right there. This is painful. Oh my god.
This is so it's gonna be so close.
Rep. Um we would have to argue a lot for black coding in Teen Titans. We would have to
Well,
argue a lot for it. Whereas as told by Ginger had I think was Macy Filipino.
I think she might have been like that was the kind like they did some
Yeah.
loose coding. Maybe there was like a
Yeah.
throwaway line in a episode. But
We had Miranda absolutely black. We had
absolutely.
Carter. That's not right.
Carter. Yeah.
Carter, black.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do have to give it to As Told by Ginger for actual concrete rep.
Can see it representation,
see
not
it.
like well,
Not gonna argue in
Starfire
the
is
comments of
kind
a
of black.
TikTok
No,
like about black coding.
yeah, there's no discourse here. It's like we kind of
Yeah.
have to go off of what we see.
So, what are you gonna give Teen Titans for their rep?
I feel like it's rep in a different way, like the variety of personality and backstory. Like diversity of experience because
That's what they use in like writers' rooms that are just completely filled with white people.
That and you know what I have to do it because like I'm thinking like Starfire's background with Blackfire and kind of that whole situation, and
Yeah.
like how like they they kind of wanted to suggest that there was like some racism happening with
Yeah.
the, is it Tamarin? Like that's where she's
I
from.
I don't know how to pronounce it properly.
Tamarin. I'm just gonna call it that.
Yeah.
But I just remember that one clip that kind of sometimes goes around when people want to be
Mhm.
like, "Oh my gosh, they're trying to talk about racism," when Cyborg calls her a
Yeah.
name, and then she's like, "Don't ever call me that," because that's basically like, I guess, like the Tamarin N word
Like
or whatever.
nothing. Yeah.
Um,
It's a slur.
so it's a slur.
Are we
But
giving it a 4?
I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because it's just because they could listen. I love it, but diversity of experience, like
Okay. I
versus
will I will the 3.5, okay.
you called her okay, yeah, slur, Tamarin slur.
Okay.
So I guess that's
Um
like some black
yeah.
coding. So she's like kind of light skinned, so that might like bump her up a little bit,
Voice
but like,
acting.
oh my gosh,
I don't know if I can't. You know what? Let me start over. For voice acting for As Told by Ginger, it's hard to explain, but I can remember exactly what everyone sounds like. They're
mm-hmm.
very vivid in my mind. I
Very,
remember they spoke to me, like my soul.
yes,
I
yes,
cannot, in good conscience, give them a low score for
no,
voice acting.
no, and I need to go off for a second because
Go for it.
As
Someone
Told by
clip this.
Gender,
Someone clip this.
because As Told by Gender has so many just great voice actors. First of all, my favorite voice actress, love her with all of my heart, Kath Soucie, who never gets any credit, but she's played so many prolific characters, and she is in this show. Cree Summer, who carries the animation industry on her back, she's in this show. There's just so many, and even people that we wouldn't readily know their names, like within voice acting, their voices just fit the character so perfectly. Like Courtney's
It's true.
voice is so spot on. Macy's voice is so spot on. Dodie's voice is so spot on. Ginger, Melissa Disney is like was perfect for that role. I it's but then again, then you have Teen Titans that has Greg Sipes, Tara Strong, like all of these. This hurts me. This is so bad. This hurts me so bad. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I think we should just give them both fives. Let's
We
just
have
both give them
to.
fives. I
We
can't.
have to.
This is like asking me to pick my favorite child.
I can't do it. I literally can't. Like it.
Ugh. Animation style.
Okay.
All
This
right.
is
I
also
feel like
hard.
animation style. Listen, no, you cannot tell me another show that looks like As Told by Ginger. I could name a few shows that look like Teen Titans.
I As Told by Ginger is classic Klasky Chupo style. So like the Wild Thornberries,
Oh shit, I forgot about the
Rugrats,
Wild Thornberries.
all real monsters, they all look like that.
Ah, you're
Like
right.
if
I'll
you
take it
don't
back.
like the mouth on like the bottom, basically the
Mhm.
chin style, then I feel like this would be an easy thing. But I
Yeah.
love Klasky Chupo, as we can see from my shirt. So
Yes. Oh, they're both iconic. Yes. Bobby's actually like Bobby's the best person to have as a guest for this specific segment.
this is the one thing that I'm like, yes,
Like
I can
the
do this.
knowledge you bring to this makes this so much richer. I'm just here like I like this and you're just like here's all the actual evidence behind why you like this.
It's I've spent years. I can't
This
wait to
is
talk about my
your moment.
theory. This is
Yeah.
really my moment. Oh my gosh. But like then you have Teen Titans that has like the hamburger anime like
Mhm.
Atlas style. And it's so good. But it also I agree. I can think of other shows that look like it. I feel like Ginger wins out to me because it's a little bit more unique, even though it's from a
Yes.
studio that had similar like character
I'm
designs.
I'm gonna give them a 5, a Ginger a 5, and then 4.5 for Teen Titans. What do you say?
Yes, I agree because it's not bad at all, but it looks a little bit similar to other ones, I would say.
Right. And lastly, vibes. Oh God.
Ginger wins out to me for vibes, even though
I
I love Starfire and I love Raven so much. Oh, I love Raven so much. It's so hard.
you know what, Bobby? I agree with you. Even though like my whole platform is basically built on the backs of superhero content, I think I do have to give this to As Told by Ginger.
I do too.
Um, in possibly like a fan upset, As Told by Ginger beats out
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans in round one.
But it was so hard.
It was
It's not like
hard.
that decision came
This was
easy.
not an easy decision.
That was I again, it's another situation of Foster's. If Teen Titans was up against literally anything else on this list, easy like
Yeah,
moving on.
it's true.
But they just
Amelia, can you cue up the next two shows, please? That was.
uh
I hope we don't have to do something that hard again because
that was painful.
that hurt so bad. That hurt my
Oh,
soul.
this is easy. This is easy.
Oh, this is easy. 1, 2, 3. Total drama.
Total Drama Island. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the
For sure,
like
total drama.
an animated reality show. Come on. Innovation. Innovation at work.
Absolutely. Like it's unmatched. Unmatched.
I like Camp Laszlo, but it was very annoying, I will say.
I did not vibe with it.
I didn't vibe with it at all. It was just like a show that came on during the summer on Cartoon Network.
That's true.
It
goes in the same category in like my brain as like what was the other show I didn't vibe with?
Chowder. Flapjack.
My gym partner's a monkey, Flapjack.
Yeah.
It goes in the same category as just like not great.
And they were all around the same time too. They hadn't quite hit when they started, like when people could start objectively seeing that Cartoon Network was just like having an identity crisis, but it was the mark of like, okay, this isn't a bad show, but it's not a good show.
I think the regular show is probably like its beginning of we're getting better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it was very obvious with Adventure Time.
Yeah.
But Adventure Time is going to be in a different episode. Better. Yeah. Go ahead.
It has to be a different episode. But like I knew it got better when they introduced We Bare Bears. That's like one of my favorite shows.
True.
So good.
I think that is also going to be in a later 2010s to now video.
That one might not be as like I might just be taking the like I like the show or I don't like the show because I know that when we get to Steven Universe, I'm really going to be like, all right, my hands are tied.
Okay. Can you cue up the next two shows, Amelia? Wait. It's gonna take a second to show up on stream, but
this is easy for me at least.
This is easy for me. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not like Invader Zim. It feels like such a millennial Nickelodeon show. Like
this was if you were going to see anything in Hot Topic, it was going to be merch for Invader Zim.
Yeah, Invader Zim was gonna like an Invader Zim wallet was gonna be right next to like a Nightmare Before Christmas lanyard.
It's true. Danny Phantom. If Amelia was like actually on screen, they could tell you everything and the third about this, that, and the third about Danny Phantom, but they didn't. They're not on stream today. I mean, if they want to sound in the comments, go for it.
Amelia, please go off. Like I love Danny Phantom. It was such a good show. Oh, such a good show.
Okay, they're gonna waste too much time talking about it. Can you keep the next two shows, please, Amelia? That was just honestly, I didn't really think it was a contest. You either loved Invader Zim or you hated it, and I was on the I hated it.
I absolutely never watched Invader Zim.
It spoke to me. It just was like the most annoying kid in your class. That was their favorite
Loved this show.
Loved it.
The Diagon, I 100% agree. Invader Zim for me is like if Fanboy and Chum Chum were a bit better.
It's exactly that. Oh my gosh. Oh, this hurts me. Not in the same way.
Oh no.
But it does hurt me.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I guess we had a little bit of a break.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Okay, we gotta take it bit by
We
bit. We gotta take it bit by
I'm
bit.
this one this could bring me to tears.
It
The way
for
I made both of these shows my personality as a kid. Like I
they
this these shows were my personality.
like Totally Spies is literally on my wall. Like they were the moment for me. Okay, okay. Theme
Oh,
song.
this I'm let me give me a second to collect my thoughts because this kind of just like shook me to my core.
This is violent. This is violent.
Kim
Um,
Possible. Fuck, how did I know the theme song? How did it go again?
I'm your basic average girl, and I'm here to
And I'm
save
here to
the
save the
world.
world. You can stop
You
me
can
because
stop me
I'm
because I'm Kim
Possible.
Possible. Christina Milian
Wait,
singing
how
the
did it go
theme
next?
song.
It's
There is
something something.
there ain't is it there ain't nothing or is there is nothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amelia, did you come just to sing the Kim Possible theme song?
No, I came to sing the Danny Phantom's theme song, but then I realized you couldn't hear me, so now I have set it up. But there's nothing I can't do when there's danger coming. Know that I am on my way, and then it echoes. Know that I am on my way. Doesn't matter where or when there's trouble.
If you just call my name,
Kim Possible.
Call me, beat me. If you want to reach me, if you want to page me, it's okay.
Whatever you need me, baby.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach
If you
me.
want to reach me.
That's all. I'm out again.
Totally Spies.
It's like the here we go again, da, 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 da. And then we drop so much to do and see. Now here we go, go, go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Not as iconic as Call Me Beat Me.
Unfortunately, Totally Spies does. I have to give them a 3. Personally,
Yeah, I give it a 3
for the theme song
I give
because
Call Me
like
Beat Me a 5. That's a banger right there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is painful.
I already have
Better
a
than
winner.
the Teen Titans attempt. I agree. I agree.
I also like. Does it hurt? Yes, but should we do it on 3? Because I feel like we might be right here with each other on it. It hurts me
for cultural impact.
Ah. Now, see, this is hard because Totally Spies has had a bit of a renaissance in a way.
Yes. Okay. I know that Kim Possible recently did get like relatively recently, maybe 2017, got a movie, a live action movie. However,
was Dove Cameron in it, or am I making that up?
I think you might be making that up.
Okay.
However, Totally Spies, that went on from 2001 to 2013.
That's true.
And it had like a handful of movies.
It did, but is it easily quotable? Do we like, as far as culture, I think where
you're fucking right. You're right. How many lines can we quote from Totally Spies? I don't think I could quote one.
I couldn't. I can't remember a line. I can't really remember an episode,
a catchphrase.
Theme. The most prolific part of Totally Spies is the feminine tech and the outfits.
That's true. But we're not even there to animation yet. Animation, that would get obviously a solid 5.
Yeah, that's gonna bulldoze over Kimberly and
Kim Possible. Like crazy.
Yeah.
Cultural impact might have to give Kim Possible a 5. And I would have to give Totally Spies a 4.5 because it went on for so much longer than Kim Possible did.
That is true. I feel like, but I will say, I think Kim Possible, they like had to fight. They were going to end it at 3 seasons because I think it was only 4, but they had to fight to give it a 4th season because they had to make the argument that like this is not just like a boy, like this is not just a girl show, like boys and girls both like it. And it was like one of the most like popular shows, or like probably was the most popular show on the Disney Channel at the time. So I don't feel like it's necessarily fully the show's fault that it didn't get like a 10 season run. Whereas I think Totally Spies might have like hopped from different animation companies and like distributors and stuff. Because that it got a bunch of different like unique seasons, or was it in syndication for that long? Because that's different.
I couldn't tell you. But I know it had like a handful of movies. It was very popular among the French for some reason.
Yeah, it is Franime. It's a very like
it's a Franime? I did not know that.
Yeah, I think it's it might be like a Quebec, like so French Canadian production company.
Quebec, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or
just straight up French.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. What do you say, Bobby? I value your opinion deeply on these things.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 as well. Because the more I think about it, I'm like, okay, maybe. It's for the Y2K girlies on TikTok, Totally Spies has them in a chokehold. So for them, that's a 5.
Absolutely.
It's a 5 for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next we have representation.
I feel like it might kind of be even keeled because they only had one person of color in Totally Spies, and Kim has one black friend. So
no, Wade is also black. Wade and
Wade.
Monique.
Okay, so yeah, so Kim Possible would edge it out a little bit.
I don't think Monique was in the first season. I think she was later added.
Probably.
So I'm going to have to give them. I think I have to give them the same score for rep. I think I'm going to give them both a 3.
Yeah, I agree. Just they weren't doing anything spectacular.
Yeah.
But they also weren't doing anything bad necessarily.
True.
They're kind of clicking a box.
Am I bulldozing over you, Bobby? I don't want to. I value your opinion on this.
No, because here's the thing. This is hard and this hurts me. But I already know that Kim Possible is going to win.
I feel really bad because I want Totally Spies to win, but I don't think it's possible.
No, it's not possible against Kim Possible. You're absolutely right. Like it's just
voice acting. Voice acting.
Couldn't tell you what any of the Totally Spies sound like.
I could though.
I could do maybe. Okay, actually, I'm lying because I remember Clover and Alex. And okay, yeah, all right. I could.
And also Mitzi. Is that
is it Mindy? Mitzi?
Mindy.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the very sharp, high pitched, like almost shrill, like annoying popular girl voice.
Yeah. But
I could name basically
Romano.
all the voice actors of Kim Possible. Christy Carlson Romano. I forget his actual name, but like Eric from Boy Meets World.
I think it's Will Friedle.
Yes, Will Friedle, I think.
I think it's Friedle.
The
Raven Simone.
Raven Simone for Monique.
Not Simone.
The brother of the Maury twins.
Taj. Yeah, Taj. And Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson for Rufus.
That's right. So might have to give them pretty high scores. We were able to name all those voice actors.
Kim to me gets like I would give it a 5 for voice actors.
I do agree.
And Shigo also. I forgot. I always forget her name.
I forget her name, but I've seen her everywhere.
She's also in Clone High. I think it's Wendy something. I might be making that up though.
Totally Spies. I give them a 3 because I can remember what all the 3 main characters sound like.
Yeah, it's like a Proud Family situation.
Yeah.
Where it's not that they needed to be like readily like noticeable voices, but they just fit the characters. So it's fine. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. What was the last one? Was it Vibes or no?
Animation style.
Okay. This is for Totally Spies game to
fight you. If you say Totally Spies is anything other than a 5.
It's at for just the amount of pink in the show alone, 5.
And they outfit changes.
But Kim Possible did change outfits, not as often though.
Not as often, but she did. But the outfit changes like every single episode for Totally Spies. Like the colors, the suits, the gadgets, everything was just so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. 5. That's an
5.
it has to be a 5. There's nothing that it could
Yeah.
be. Kim, um,
I'm gonna
I'm
be
gonna
honest. It's
I'm
not.
gonna give it a 3. Like it's not
I
doing anything spectacular.
I want to agree with you because it wasn't like bad. It wasn't bad by any means, but it wasn't like anything special. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I think the most honestly, what stood out to me from Kim
Mhm.
Possible as far as the animation style went is like the fight choreography. I thought that
That's
was
true.
really great.
That
But
is true.
it's simply not touching the wardrobe
Yeah.
of Clover,
Totally Spies.
Sam, and Alex. Like it's not touching
Absolutely
them.
not. Absolutely not.
So
Okay.
gotta give it to them. Yeah, totally Spies.
All right. And vibes. Vibes is our last category.
Ah, I think they're kind of even kill for me when it comes to vibes. Vibes in different ways. I would give it to Kim a little bit more, but
Mhm.
the vibes actually no. I give them both like a 4, honestly, for vibes. I can't explain it, but they're kind of on the same wavelength.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you. Actually, no, I am gonna argue with you. I give
Okay.
Totally Spies a 4.5 for vibes because it was just like unapologetically girly,
Yes.
and I absolutely loved that.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that. 4.5, honestly,
Mhm.
I'll take it.
I don't really know how to math. I'm pretty sure Kim Possible wins, but there's like quite a few half points in there. So let me check the calculator on this one. I should stop trying to do mental math because I can't do it. Um,
I feel like Kim might, but it's a I think Kim should win. Even if the numbers say otherwise, I think Kim should win.
we got 25 for Kim Possible, and let's see, 3, 4.5 times 2 plus 9 plus 5 equals 23 for Totally Spies. Kim Possible wins out.
I knew it. I didn't want to say it. I did know it, but
I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I was low key rooting for Totally Spies because I'm all about the aesthetics. The aesthetic is just it's great.
it
I
is
loved it.
it is, but not against Kimberly and Possible.
That is true.
It
I
wasn't gonna do it.
let's see. Amelia, can you please cue up the next?
Oh,
God damn
this
it.
okay. Okay.
God damn it.
Okay. Okay.
Damn.
I need a second.
Oh, I think we need a second. We need a second because God damn it.
I've got a personal connection
Yes, you do.
because
I think
basically
I think you need to share your personal connection to the Weekenders.
so a couple months ago, when I was a fresh babe on TikTok, I made a video about the Weekenders, and it did pretty well. And then the voice of Tino and Max Goof and pretty much any other character on Nick or not Nick on Disney,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Marsden duetted my video, and I felt my soul leave my body through my ass. Honestly, I I freaked out because number one, a Goofy movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've always loved his voice work,
Mhm.
and so that was a big deal to me. But also, The Weekenders is such a good show. Like it's so good.
It's so good. It has the same vibes as as Told by Ginger.
It does. It does. I think because
Mhm.
Tino and Ginger are definitely on the same wavelength as far as letting the audience enter their inner
Yes.
thoughts. So Tino just does it
Yes,
by
I
doing like
agree.
the break, and then Ginger does it by like writing in her journal at the end of the show.
I agree. I think these shows might be an unpopular belief. I think these shows are very evenly matched.
I I edge out Weekenders over Phineas and Ferb. I love Phineas and Ferb, and Dan Povenmire. I
Mhm.
don't know the pronunciation that well. I'm so sorry. I think he's amazing, and the show is amazing. And he wrote one of my favorite. I think either wrote or directed one of my favorite episodes of Hey Arnold. So like he's an
Yeah.
industry god.
Legend,
But
honestly.
Weekenders was doing something special.
It was like I feel honestly, I feel like if we were to should we make this one a draw and then put them both into the next round?
I think it really should be like a double, like in RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh my gosh, RuPaul's Drag Race when
Mhm.
there's like a double Shantae. It has to be because they both have to stay. They're so good.
I do think they both have to go into the next round because this is just simply it's too hard.
It is. If we would have known, if we would have thought of this, then Teen Titans and As Told
Yeah.
by Ginger should have gone forward.
But I think no, because they're evenly matched for just like you know what? We have to explain ourselves. Next two shows up. We have to explain ourselves.
They both move forward. Fuck it.
Like this is our show. They move forward. Next two shows, please. Thank you. Samurai Jack versus Clone High.
Um, Me personally,
Mm,
I haven't seen a ton of Clone High, but what I have
mhm.
seen, I do like. Samurai Jack is one of those shows that I can address
Yeah,
is a good show. It just didn't do it for me.
I do agree. Like the way my dad was obsessed with Samurai Jack, loved it. I didn't get it. Like the silent film style thing just
Mm-hmm.
wasn't my vibe.
No, it nothing about it was like I could look
Mhm.
at it and be like, "Oh, this is a well-made show," and like they're
I
doing
agree.
something really inventive with
Mhm.
like animation. But it just for me, it came on like right before Adult Swim. I'm
Yeah.
already tired. Like Ed and Eddie just went off. Like that was
It was
my
like
sign
the
that I was like, okay, it's time to go to bed.
prestige show of like animation like for Cartoon
Hmm.
Network. Like it did it meant something
Yeah.
to people that were adults. It
Yes.
didn't mean much to me as a kid
No.
and I'm not able to like get into it as an adult. Clone High, I recognize I didn't watch it when it was like showing. I did see some of it on like what is it called? YouTube. Wow. I forgot
Yeah.
the name for you. Um but yeah, I think I have to give it to Clone High. I do have to give it to Clone High. What do you think?
I give it to Clone High too. And also like as far if we were doing it, like if we were breaking it up,
Mhm.
cultural impact, they're like it is big on TikTok for whatever
It's
reason.
true. It's true.
So
Okay. Can we
I
have the
gotta
next two shows, please?
gotta give it to Clone High. Good for
I
Clone
do.
High, because I don't think it would make it past the first round of any
Yeah,
other tournament.
I agree. I mean, against the Invaders, them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy Neutron versus Chalk Zone.
This one's easy to me. I've recently just binged all of Jimmy Neutron again. Fantastic show. The movie was literally nominated for an Oscar. That's where my loyalty lies. But Shock Zone was a good show.
It was a good show. Rudy's got the chalk, the chalk, the chalk, chalk zone. Did you get the chalk, the chalk, the chalk? That's good. And they had like, for whatever reason, they had like random music videos at the end.
Yeah,
So that was a vibe.
it was a
Jimmy
vibe.
Neutron. I think Jimmy Neutron is actually like a spin-off of a movie. I think the youngins that watched it might not know that.
Yeah,
But
it
it was a
is.
spin-off show of the Jimmy Neutron, The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron movie that I think was out in theaters.
It was. It got a so the thing was the
Mhm.
creator of the show, John A.
Yeah.
Davis, he pitched the show in the late 90s. And Nickelodeon loved it so much that they were like, we not only want this to be a show, but we want it to have a movie. And
Hmm.
so he opted to do the movie first so that they could
Hmm.
use the basically like the sets and character models, that technology, they could just carry it over to the show so they wouldn't have to build something new like for the movie. um and the movie was in the first round of films in the best animated features category. It was
I did
Jimmy
not know that.
Neutron, Shrek, and Monsters Inc. Those were the first three movies ever nominated
Nice.
for best animated feature. Obviously it didn't win, but It should have.
It
It was a
left
great
its mark on the cultural sphere, and that's all
movie.
we.
I still watch it. It's a good movie to me.
So I think Jimmy Neutron does have to move on to the next round, even though I do love Chalk Zone.
It was a good show. It was a good show. Oh,
Let's see.
actually, no, this is not hard. I thought it was gonna be difficult. It's not. Not for me.
I mean, I think it's hard. I did love both shows. You see, honestly, if Hi Ho had used the art from the second season of like American Dragon, it might have been an easier for you to decide which one was gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, my pick is My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Really?
Yeah, I like that show a lot. My gripe with American Dragon Jake Long, even though I love Dante Bosco, who plays Jake, when they shifted that animation, I was out. I said, nope, I'm good. See, y'all tinkering with a good thing, and I get the budget XYZ, whatever.
I'm fucking
They
crying.
changed the animation, and I said, yep, you can keep it. So that was that.
I'm dead. You're so funny. I can't. You know what? I think we might have reached an impasse because
Mhm.
I was gonna vote for American Dragon Jake Long, even though I do love My Life as a Teenage Robot, especially the episode where they had like the crystal dresses. I was fucking all in that. But like,
I don't know what we
because
do in this case. Like, is there a
I think we have to
tiebreaker?
go to chat. Like, chat.
Yeah.
Anyone? Which one do you think should win this one? Because I am very firm in believing that American Dragon Jake Long should win.
When you change the whole animation, what am I supposed to do? I got comfortable and I was comforted by the animation style, and then you change it. It got pointier. That's not safe. It just got pointier. Like, what am I supposed to do? Also, like, love the Jonas Brothers, but then they came in and did the theme song when it definitely was not them in the first season. Like, there's so much that went wrong with the show.
I'm sorry, but I have to say American Dragon, and like, I think Chad is just like, we're staying out of it.
I get, you know what? I will.
Oh no, the Diagon agrees with me that American Dragon Jake Long should win out.
You already had it, and now you're just like salting the wound. I was gonna admit defeat. I was gonna say I will call this a truce. I will give it to American Dragon Jake Long because the storytelling was a lot better, especially the storyline with Rose, with her being like the double, like the whole double life thing. But I stand by my statement.
I did love My Life as a Teenage Robot. I did love it. Like what was her name? Jenny J something 9.
XJ9.
Yeah, like XJ9. I loved her. I loved the episode with the crystal dresses. I loved the episode where we find the other prototypes of XJ9.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
And I feel like it had some pretty good, like, her, I wouldn't say they're villains, but like her, like the mean girls at her
like
school.
the antagonists were like really good in the show.
One of them, like for the duo, that apparently both of them were black. I didn't realize that until later. I
definitely thought one of them was Asian.
What? Nope, both of them. This is a situation where it's just a light-skinned person. Because one of them is played by Cree Summer, and then the other one, the taller one, I found this out randomly. Do you remember the game show Guts? It was like a endurance show. So there was a lady on that show named Mo, and who would do like the on your marks, get set. She was British, and she plays the tall one. I don't know what.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So she was still getting a check from Nickelodeon when Guts went off. But yeah,
like,
so
honestly, anyone watching, let me know if you ever want to hear Bobby and I just talk about like in depth about these one or more of these shows.
I would be more than down. I will carve out time in my schedule for that.
But then, okay, Amelia, can you queue up the next two shows? Until then, we're almost done with the first round. I think we only have a couple more.
And then from there, it either might get harder or easier, and I'm really not sure.
That's
This
right.
is the one show that I have not seen, but I know quite a bit about just from clips alone.
Okay, which show are you talking about?
You're gonna hate me. It is the Boondocks.
I mean, like, I don't hate you. I mean, like, I don't get it, but I don't hate you. I think
Here's
you
the thing.
should take the time to watch it on HBO Max.
I am. And the
Mhm.
only reason why I did not watch it because it was on Adult Swim, and for so
Yeah,
many years I couldn't watch it. So by the time I was old enough to, it
you
just
just
fell out
never
of
did.
my
Yeah.
memory.
That's exactly what happened to me as well. When I was younger, my parents wouldn't let me watch it because it was like for adults. So I watched it like relatively recently, maybe a few months ago. It's actually really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, Regina King, she's in it.
Iconic.
So for that alone, I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
it's a pretty good show on that alone.
I do
But
feel like the random pair generator was a little bit racist because the fact they
mhm.
put these two shows with like very strong black leads against each other,
I mean,
that doesn't vibe well with me.
we know what's gonna win.
We know like it was gonna win, but like I do before we do say anything else, I do want to talk about Fillmore because I don't think a lot of people watching it have seen the show. It
Mhm.
is a show about like not high school, middle school hall monitors, but they're set up basically like a police precinct. It's
Yeah.
very it's weird. Actually, not that weird. It's really good. It was only on for a couple years, like 2002 to 2004.
Mhm.
You can see some of the clips on TikTok because the one sound, not the one sound, the one clip that like goes viral constantly is when Fillmore's just like, the chicken was dry,
Yeah, yeah,
real
and the
dry.
chicken was dry.
Yeah. But basically, Cornelius Fillmore used to be like a hoodlum, and then for whatever reason, I guess he was scared straight and now became a hall monitor. I feel like this was just propaganda. As I'm saying it, I feel like this was propaganda for children.
It
um,
really was. I just remember
and
it being on Toon Disney. That was it.
I did. I'm gonna confess something,
Okay.
but this stays between me, you, and the 10 people watching this. I was a hall monitor in 5th grade.
That's
I
okay.
was.
Because
But
you
I
know what?
did
You were
quit
living my
because they
dream.
wanted me to snitch on like a kindergartner, and I didn't snitch, so I quit.
You quit the force.
I quit the force.
You know what? You were living my dream because I don't know. As I'm now trying to unpack
Mhm.
my elementary school time,
Yeah.
specifically 4th and 5th grade, I don't know if I was just dumb and I didn't know it, but I definitely like signed up to be on safety patrol, which is basically just like hall monitor.
Oh
And
no,
they
I meant safety patrol. I wasn't a hall monitor. I was safety patrol.
safety
Sorry.
I
I meant
totally
safety
signed
patrol. I
up
said hall monitor.
and they rejected me.
No.
Like I don't know. So and it was just a lot more things like from that time period that were
Yeah.
happening. So I was like, maybe I was dumb and I truly did not know. Like, maybe that was it. But
I mean,
yeah, it's a safe space. I get it. Like I wanted to be you. So it's fine.
thank you. Okay, I think we do have to make our decision now.
Yeah.
In term because of the mark it did leave on the social and cultural sphere, I do have to give this to the Boondocks.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I do have deep love for Fillmore. It was just propaganda for kids. As I
It
was
was.
saying the plot out loud, I'm just like,
Oh,
this was
yeah.
propaganda.
Smells like propaganda. So that's what it
Yeah.
was.
I never thought about it until like literally as I was saying it aloud right now, and I'm like, wait a second, hold on.
Hold the phone.
Next two shows, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Static Shock. This one it feels like a no-brainer to me.
It does. I think it's a no-brainer. Yeah,
On
no.
on three,
Yeah.
1, 2,
2, 3.
3, Static Shock.
Nope.
What?
Nope. No. That's why I was like, I liked Grim Adventures. I'm not saying Static Shock is bad because Static Shock is fantastic. But it took a special superhero show to pique my interest as a child. Not saying that Static Shock didn't, it just didn't all the time. Like if you gave me these two shows to watch, I would pick Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I'm gonna break your heart, Bobby, because
Okay.
I put Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy in the same category as Camp Lazlo, Invader Zim, Chowder, My Chip Partner's a Monkey. It just wasn't doing it for me.
You know what? For cultural impact and as a win for the Black community, I'm willing to I am willing to admit defeat, and I will give it to Static Shock. I don't think Grim Adventure should win over Static Shock. I'm simply stating that was a show that I watched a little bit more than Static Shock, because I think Static Shock came on like Kids WB or something. At least for me, it did.
It did.
And the only show, well, what was I watching on Kids WB? Actually, it might have been Static Shock, and I could just okay. So I'm a liar. So yeah, Static Shock. Actually, I changed my mind.
You changed your mind?
Yeah, I changed my mind. I should have never gone against the community. I'm so sorry to the Black community. This is my apology.
You're gonna have to make an apology video for like TikTok.
Breaking my silence.
Yeah, breaking my silence. Okay, so that was round 1. That was somewhat painful.
That was. I will be thinking about As Told by Ginger versus Teen Titans tonight. That will haunt me in my sleep.
I think what we will do for future episodes of this is that we will get one save each to save a show that we don't think should be eliminated in round 1.
Okay. So does that still apply now? Okay.
Now, no. Because we did technically save it. We did save Phineas and Ferb / The Weekenders.
So we collectively we get one save.
I mean, like, we should get one each, but like I think we should do that for future. I think we've already kind of the ship has sailed.
Has it? It still feels like it's in the dock. You know what I mean?
All right. We will bring back Teen Titans. All right. We will bring back Teen Titans.
If for nothing else, I feel like a superhero show should go up against a superhero show.
I mean, it should be in the same round, but I don't think we can just like say this one's going to go up against this one, because from now on for Amelia is going to be in charge of giving us the next pairings, because I do have a list of shows that are still in the running.
Here's what's going to need to happen for that.
Yes.
I'm going to need you to tell me all of the shows that are in the running, and then I will pair them, because I'm
actually going to text it to you.
Oh, beautiful. Love that for us. Okay. I'm going radio silent again. I don't exist.
Awesome.
I don't exist. Goodbye.
What the hell is TDI? What did I abbreviate?
Total Drama
TDI?
Island.
Thank you. I was like, what the hell is TDI?
I feel like I should end my live. No one's here. Like, there are 0
3 people
in
are
my
on
live.
live right now. Hi everyone on live. Do you want to join us on Twitch? Because that's where Bobby and I are currently live right now. I mean, we're gonna have a little bit of an intermission until round 2 starts. So if you do want to just like hop on, ask us questions in the chat.
Actually, do we want to take like a formal just a 5-minute break?
I don't know is that possible?
Yeah, that's like a thing people do on Twitch streams a lot.
Oh, okay. We might just be back later.
Yeah.
5-minute break.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
I mean, I kind of. Oh, did we already click off?
Not yet.
I mean, like, I feel like if we go, will we lose everyone?
I don't think so. If you guys leave the stream now when we go on a 5-minute break, you're racist.
There we go. They're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. Okay. We're taking a little break.
Okay. once again, hello everyone.
Hello.
We
we're
are back for round 2. If you see me looking down, it's because I am literally trying to go live on TikTok at the same time, just like how most of you found us. Let's see. Oh. Okay. All right. Hopefully that works. Yes, I think that's fine. Okay. So, round 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Oh,
This
wow.
this one's going to be a
Wow.
little hard. This one's going to be hard
It's
because
going to be hard, but it's also going to be easy. You know what I mean?
it's hard but also easy. Okay. I feel like we're biased here.
We are because
And
we
we're gonna pick It's Told by Ginger.
we
Because
are.
we love this show.
I love Kimberly and Possible. I
do.
really do. But that one, that's easy.
There's no way it's gonna win out against As Told by Ginger. So I do think this was a very easy decision. As Told by Ginger moves on to the next moves on to round 3. I did not expect it to get this far in the competition.
But you know what? She deserves it because Nickelodeon
deserves
didn't
it.
treasure her. So we're going to. We're going to give her her flowers.
Exactly. Let's see. Oh. We're waiting for Amelia to queue up the next 2 shows. Until then, we'll just sing the As Told by Ginger theme song.
One more time.
Somebody
Spoken word.
told me when... Oh, spoken word. Somebody told... Just kidding.
Just kidding. Moving on.
Moving on. I feel like this one is also easy.
Yeah. You thought Clone High was going to beat Proud Family?
Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. This is going to go a lot quicker if they keep going.
This is a lot easier than round... I think we were just like a little bit... We were very strict for round 1.
Yeah.
But now round 2 is just like, okay.
We gave it a lot of thought.
We did. When we get to the final round, that's going to be where we had to pull out the big guns.
It's going to be As Told by Ginger versus something. Okay. Even though it unpacked...
Damn!
I had to unpack something. It was a deep-seated emotional something. But Jake Long, you know? Like...
I think what's so funny about this particular pairing is that this is basically the same show. Not only is it basically the same show, they did come out and end in the same year.
Yeah.
So I think they both started in 2000. Let me double check. 2000 and I wrote this down somewhere. 2005, 2007, and I think it was 2005 to 2007 for Juniper Lee as well.
That makes sense.
We have to give it to American Dragon Jake Long because we cannot remember a single thing about Juniper Lee aside from the fact that it is exactly like American Dragon Jake Long.
Exactly. Exactly like. Let's see.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah. And even though it hurts me, I gotta give it to
Even though
Jake.
we both like emotionally like Juniper Lee more, we don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
We have this random connection to Juniper Lee for no reason at all.
I think it was just strong female representation, and that's
what
we were latching on to.
We were really, really latching onto that. This one,
also
unfair.
pretty easy. Is it
an unfair comparison? Because Braceface, we had one single person of color in it. We had one person of color in it.
Yeah. I was even thinking about that. I was just going off of just like cultural impact. My Shiny Teeth and Me still like holds a lot of power over me as a person to this day.
And all the movies they had, the Justice League parody, that was great. The Halloween specials, so great.
The Channel Chasers episode, iconic.
I think it was a movie.
Was it? Or is it like a TV movie?
It was a movie. It was a TV movie. But Fairly Odd Parents moves on to round 3.
Wins
kind of
out.
hands down. no arguments among the judges.
Which is just us.
Just us.
Just us. Oh,
Total Drama Island versus Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Bulldogs.
Absolutely bodied.
Wasn't
Avatar: The
gonna
Last
survive.
Airbender wins out.
What if we end up
so
with
easily.
Avatar versus As Told by Gender? What are we gonna do?
That's gonna be a really hard one. We're gonna have to really comb through why we love each show and why each show should win.
I don't want to think too far ahead, but I feel like we very well could be in that type of situation.
Yes, we could. That's a problem for future us, okay?
Yeah.
Obviously Avatar: The Last Airbender wins out against Total Drama Island.
Landslide. Oh,
damn. This one's evenly matched. This is an evenly matched show.
They are evenly matched, but I'm going with Danny Phantom over Codename Kids Next Door.
I want to go Kids Next Door. Oh, I want to say something about Kids Next Door before we do move on. They were supposed to have a spin-off called, I believe, Galaxy Kids Next Door, where Nigel Uno goes into space and it's like the space kids next door and they're like going against teenagers. It was supposed to be crazy. I think they even have like an unofficial pilot for it, but Cartoon Network never greenlit it. All of the original voice cast was going to come back as well.
Interesting.
A damn shame.
Not the chat going against me. What'd I do to y'all?
Only because of diversity. See, they agree.
But I definitely said Danny Phantom. I said from the storylines alone, I felt like it was doing a little bit more. Take a shot every time Bree Summers in a show. And I think she's in both of these shows.
Is she in Danny Phantom? Yes, she is.
Yeah,
she plays. Can we get the fact checker on that? Can we get a fact checker?
I think it is like she plays the one. Yeah, Valerie. That's her name.
Oh, okay. I am very firm in saying Kids Next Door. I think it did contribute more to the cultural atmosphere than Danny Phantom. I do. I agree. I 100% believe that. How many people have you seen dressed up as number 3 or number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door currently, modern times?
Who has access to pantsuits? Like that's a morph suit that you have to get. I've
never seen anyone dressed up as a Danny Phantom character for Halloween in a long ass time. Actually, ever.
Wrong. Because they weren't dressing up as Danny. They were dressing up as Sam. These goth.
I mean like a Danny Phantom character in general. I have not seen anyone dress up. I have not seen that
one. Isn't that her name, Sam?
Yeah. I'm just saying you will see so many people dressed up as a Codename Kids Next Door character before you will ever see someone dressed up as a Danny Phantom character.
Perhaps because look at what they're wearing. That's a simple costume. You know why so many people dress up as them?
And you know
because how many parents forgot that their kids had a Halloween party at school and they were like, okay, you got an orange sweatshirt and some jeans. Put that on.
Bobby, I lived in Japan. Until very recently. And I'm telling you, I was in, like 2 years ago, I was in Osaka during Halloween for a Halloween party. I saw someone dressed up as number 5.
I'm not going to fight you on that. But I do feel like I can't even say the costumes bit. Because first of all, because it's limited representation for Black girls in animation, of course we were all dressing up as number 5.
I mean, we could have dressed up as Valerie. We could have, but we didn't. Why? Because number 5 is a more iconic character.
Well, yeah, because she was played by Cree Summer. Come on.
Weren't they both played by Cree Summers?
Okay, so they were both played by Cree Summers.
They were both played by Cree Summers. But, she is clearly the more iconic character by Cree Summers.
In the Cree Summer universe.
in the Kree Summer multiverse,
In this,
number 5 would absolutely fucking body Valerie.
okay,
Taking no fucking prisoners. And if number 5
Whoa.
wasn't gonna do it, it was her sister, who was also voiced by Kree Summers.
I feel like I am being jumped and attacked right now. But you know
Because
what?
You're fucking losing.
No. Not hi ho. You coming in here? Wow. Now everybody's ganging up against me. For what? Okay, so you know what? I will once again, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna concede. I'll take a step back. But this fire will be back for another choice. Mark my word.
You know what? Teen Titans is back in the competition.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have a chance.
I started a fight I couldn't win. Y'all, listen. I thought we were going to be really aligned on this.
I mean, we are mostly aligned. We are mostly aligned. But it's just certain things. Oh no.
It hurts me. It hurts me.
This is painful. I think we have to really comb through this one. Because they both contributed so much to everything.
They did.
Chad is gonna be so mad at us if we pick the Weekenders. So mad.
But you know what? I've already been ripped apart by Chat for being a free thinker and saying Danny Phantom. So at this point, what's one more? I love the Weekenders so much, and this isn't to say this is hard.
This is
oh my gosh.
People already left. People left are just like, oh god.
You have nothing to lose. I right, but y'all are gonna attack me.
The way the Weekenders spoke to my soul, because
it did.
They just it was something about it. I think it was just the freedom of these kids that I just like really resonated with. How they were just going places with their friends on the weekends, and I like lived vicariously through them.
Yeah. It just really made me think, at least. Yeah, like, this is the thing. Boondocks is hard because it was a show that did honestly a lot more than the Weekenders did.
It did.
But if we're going off of what we like and what spoke to us a lot more.
If we are speaking to nostalgia, we can't say that we can't find the Boondocks nostalgic because I watched it in adulthood, and Bobby has not actually watched it yet.
Yeah.
I can't say it speaks to nostalgia.
No.
I recognize that it is an amazing satire and a great critique of the Black community. However, I'm going to feed my inner child and go with the Weekenders.
I'm going to have to agree. And I just need to go on record. Someone clip this. I need to go on record.
Yeah.
That this is not us saying that the Boondocks is a bad show. It's an amazing show.
It's an amazing show.
And it is in leaps and bounds better than the Weekenders for impact.
It is.
But I'm selfish and I want the Weekenders to win. So, you know what? It's gotta be Weekenders.
I know I've made multiple videos on the Boondocks because I do love it so much. And I have made exactly 0 videos about the Weekenders. However, the way that my divorced child of divorce, like, Tino really resonated with me, even though he was just like, he really resonated with me. I really liked the imagery of the pizza. And I love that the pizza place changed every single episode with just an amazing and even more like zany theme each one.
Yeah.
The costume outfit changes, amazing. I loved it.
I have to agree. It just is a show that I've revisited as an adult, so I'm not going fully off of nostalgia here. Yeah. Like, I've rewatched it and it still holds up as like a pretty, just really solid, good kids show. Like, it's a really good show.
Like, Craig of the Creek, I don't know if you've seen it, Bobby.
Yeah.
You should. It's really, really good. It has the
Mhm.
same vibes. Like Craig of the Creek, As Told by Ginger, and The Weekenders all have the same great vibes. Like
Yes.
of just speaking to childhood in a really warm
Mhm.
way and not being like an obvious kids show. It's intelligent.
Yes, it's very intelligent. Like it is
Mhm.
not dumbing down to its
Like
audience.
yeah.
So
It's even though it was made for like a children's network, it it can appeal to all ages, just
mhm.
the things that kids go through, whether it be like nostalgia of when you were a kid and went through that, or just like Amelia's just rushing us.
Like, all
Or
right, wrap it up.
yeah. Or if you're just like an actual kid, it's like, wow, I can go through that. It's just a great show. Highly recommend it. It should be on Disney Plus if it's not.
It's not yet. They said it was going to be on there, and that was like 2 years ago. So I don't know.
Okay. It will
But there are
eventually be on
episodes on
Disney
YouTube,
Plus.
I think.
Yes. Okay, next round. Teen Titans versus Phineas and Ferb. I feel we may lose our audience once again.
Are we?
I mean, I think I say Phineas and Ferb
Over Teen Titans?
over Teen Titans.
I was this for once the chat is on my side. I'm saying Teen Titans because I love Phineas and Ferb. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. May
But
I
again,
defend my
Teen
point?
Titans.
May I defend my point?
Go for it. Go for it.
I do recognize that Teen Titans was a moment. It did contribute a lot to like the superhero genre, especially for like young kids. However, Phineas and Ferb it went on for so long. It went on for so long.
It did.
And it had what, more like 2 movies?
It had 2 movies, nothing but bops and bangers.
Nothing exactly.
Episode.
I can quote probably word for word like multiple scenes from Phineas and Ferb.
That is true.
I could sing multiple of their just like insert songs.
Busted is still on my playlist.
Exactly.
Because it's so good.
Teen Titans. Teen Titans did walk so Young Justice could run. Teen Titans, could I give you a solid quote from multiple episodes? I couldn't.
I do remember episodes that like stuck with me. And I think I just like Starfire, even though I like Raven, but I really like Starfire and the episodes with Blackfire. Those were my favorite. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be. I thought this would be a lot
in terms of like which they both hold up very well in like the social sphere and everything.
They do. Oh, they do. And I think they're both even keeled because they're both really smart shows too.
They are.
But they're smart in different ways. Like Phineas and Ferb is a very smart comedy that doesn't feel the need to dumb down its jokes. And Teen Titans is a very smart drama because it trusts that its kid audience can handle kind of darker themes. It's like
you thought this was gonna be easy, didn't you? You did.
I did. I didn't. I thought I was like, oh, cut and dry. It's Teen Titans. But then the more that I thought about Phineas and Ferb, I'm like, no, that's different. It's something that's a little bit more. I don't know.
I think I do have to go with Phineas and Ferb.
I still am feeling Teen Titans at my core because it's like one of the few superhero, like I liked a lot of superhero shows, but there weren't that many that stuck with me as long. And I feel like all the characters on Teen Titans really just like still are some of my favorite characters to this day. But I agree that Phineas and Ferb, I'm still gonna say Teen Titans, but for the sake of us moving forward and also time, I will once again fall back. When are you gonna fall back for me, Momo? That's first of all.
I'm gonna fall back when I believe in something.
Okay.
To fall back. Okay.
But even though I do personally prefer Teen Titans, I do recognize that Phineas and Ferb is probably the more effective pitch.
It might be, but Teen Titans still has a place in my heart. We
It does have a
saved it in
place.
round 1, but I guess we have to hold on.
I'm
My
sorry,
mom is calling me. Hold on.
Montier 24. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like
Hello?
if it was a different show it was up against and not Phineas and Ferb, I do think Teen Titans would win. But unfortunately, it was up against Phineas and Ferb. If it was up against literally anything else, except like obviously like As Told by Ginger or like Atla, it would have won. But unfortunately, it was up against Phineas and Ferb. Teen Titans was ahead of its time. However, Phineas and Ferb still holds so much capital in just social capital in general. Like, look on TikTok. It's everywhere on TikTok. Who's everyone sitting there waiting for Dan Povenmire to duet their video, comment. There was even one if I were to recommend just one show on this list to watch, which is it? It is a toss up between As Told by Ginger and The Weekenders.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Sorry, my mom was calling me.
That's fine.
But because she was asking for my Disney Plus username. So nothing too bad. But I would agree.
If I had to pick one of those, it probably As Told by Ginger.
I would pick Weekenders just because it's a little bit more underground, it's a little bit more indie.
Great.
But
I see you get both. You get both. 2 recommendations.
Yeah. This is the one time that I, win and I don't fall back. Momo.
All right. Oh no.
Here we go again. Everybody's gonna dogpile on Bobby again. I know it. I know it.
Static Shock versus The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron.
I smell it. Y'all get ready. Get ready for the hate comments. Go ahead and type them up.
You might not get hate comments. What is your thought?
I am saying Jimmy Neutron. I think this isn't to say that Static Shock is a bad show, because it's not at all. But as far as what stuck with me way more and what feels like to have a bigger cultural impact, I'm not talking about Black culture. I'm talking about just like in the sphere of animated shows in general. To me, it's Jimmy Neutron. And I can't forcefully create memories of Static Shock that I don't have. I'm sorry, guys.
It's true. It's true. Okay, before we move on, because I feel like we know where this is going. I do have a story about Static Shock. So
okay.
I loved it when I was a kid. I did make a TikTok about this a while ago. My dad also loved it. But he probably loved it a little bit more than me, because he found the email for, oh my God, what is his name? The creator of Static Shock, of Static in general. Blanking on his name. Dwayne McDuffie. He emailed Dwayne McDuffie and was like literally emailed him complaining that there were too many celebrities on the show as like guest stars, and it was pandering too much to like children, and how he should like get back to the plot and stop like making this for children. And remember, mind you, this show was on Kids WB.
He had a vision.
He did. And Dwayne McDuffie actually responded. And
really?
all he said was, "Go to hell."
Oh, no.
I love that man. Rest in peace, Dwayne McDuffie. But I loved Dwayne McDuffie so much for telling my dad off, because he deserved it. Like, he was complaining this was made for children on the fucking Kids WB.
I mean, I wasn't I thought he was gonna give it a little bit more.
No,
like diplomacy and be like, oh, he just said go to hell, period, said.
Yes.
Wow.
I love that. And my dad never stopped talking about it. And I'm just like, that is the funniest thing ever. I
That
love that.
I would cry if I got that response from a creator of a show. I
Oh,
would
he was
cry.
so pissed. He was so pissed. I mean, he still watched the show, but he would tell everyone that he was like the rudest guy ever. And I'm just like, actually, you're a dick.
He just said go to hell. He could have said something much
Yeah.
worse, I think.
He could have. But I think we do. I concede, and I do give this one to Jimmy Neutron.
Thank you. Thank you. Lord have mercy. I'm fighting for my life in here.
Okay, as the voice of God, this takes us to our semifinals, I think, or the semifinals, quarterfinals, maybe.
Everything.
Yeah, we're at the quarterfinals.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We're at the quarterfinals now.
I did deliberately set up the pairings, though. These pairings are no longer random.
Okay.
Just so you know, I will get the next one.
Before?
No more random.
No, the last one was completely random.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I no longer exist.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
all my life I've had to fight. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Oh,
Oh, God.
this is not hard to
damn
me.
it.
This is not hard to me.
I'm going with Fairly Odd Parents.
Are you joking me? Momo.
I am not joking you. I
Why?
am not joking you.
Why?
Why am I going with Jimmy, not Fairly Odd Parents? Excuse me. We have how many made-for-TV movies?
That does not
Channel
mark
Chasers.
quality. That does not mark quality.
You want
okay.
to tell me Channel Chasers wasn't quality?
No, Channel Chasers was. You definitely brought up the live action with Drake Bell derogatory. So, like, so no, I'm not Channel Chasers. I can't even say that was just a longer episode. It was a TV movie. It's not
was
like
so
set out to be a
good.
movie.
Do you know how many cultural references were in there? Do you remember the Halloween special that we had? The fucking the like Justice League, the fake Justice League. I fucking conic.
Yeah, I agree. But
The
when
Cosmo was pregnant storyline.
When they introduced Poof and the dog and the random girl, it went, and also Butch Hartman, that went south too. So, and chat, you're absolutely right. Jimmy Neutron did have a theatrical movie, sure did, and it was nominated for an Oscar. An Oscar. So, fight with the Academy. Don't fight with me. The quality is there. The quality is there.
I mean, you can't bring up Butch Hartman and then, if we rewind the tape, how you were going hard for Danny Phantom.
Okay, first of all, we were talking about it was a different time. It was a different time.
It was an hour ago.
When it comes down to it, my views have since changed. We weren't talking about Butch Hartman before, and really, I was just talking about characters. Yeah, he made them, but whatever.
You know what? Fine. I still think I'm right that Fairly Odd Parents should win out. Based on animation
the first
style
couple
alone.
seasons. Maybe the first couple seasons, maybe. You're gonna pull a 2017 Fairly Odd Parents and tell me that's better than Jimmy Neutron.
Fine.
Okay,
Fine.
Thank you so much. You know what? When we work together, we achieve a greater goal. The Oscars is a bunch of old white men, but it helped me prove my point. So, win-win.
Okay. This one is easy for me.
It's also easy for me, I think.
But I don't think we're going to agree.
If you say Codename Kids Next Door, Momo.
Everything in me is saying Kids Next Door.
But why? But like,
over
let's unpack
Phineas
it.
and Ferb.
Why though?
Because
why?
First of all, diversity.
Okay.
Second of all, the nostalgia is screaming to me.
Okay.
Whereas Phineas and Ferb, I don't find it nostalgic. I recognize that it is an objectively better show. It is objectively a better show.
Okay.
However, if you gave me a choice, like watch a random episode of Phineas and Ferb or watch a random episode of Codename Kids Next Door, I'm gonna pick Kids Next Door. Because we have to agree that there were weaker episodes of Phineas and Ferb that weren't as memorable.
There were.
Whereas you could sit down and watch any random Kids Next Door episode and you're just gonna enjoy it.
Could you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm simply following your lead that Phineas and Ferb was just this tour de force of animation.
I mean, like, it's a really objectively a better show. However, if I wanted to sit down and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this show, I would pick Kids Next Door any day.
Okay.
Like, if it was between these two, if you gave me a choice, I would always pick Kids Next Door.
Actually, okay, I'm opening my third eye and I am seeing that you might have a point here because there were some dry episodes of Phineas and Ferb, and sometimes Phineas and his toxic positivity could be a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to Codename Kids Next Door.
Okay.
So I'll let you have that one. And chat is with you on that.
Yeah.
So I won't fight it.
All right.
Oh no.
Amelia, get on here right now. Get on the mic.
No, Amelia.
Unmute yourself. I demand it.
You rang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Well, I was putting other shows next to each other, right? As I do, as is my wont. And I was like, what if I just put these two next to each other?
But why would you do that?
Yeah.
Well,
Knowing the emotional anguish.
listen.
I'm gonna cry. This is so hard.
Okay, we'll get well soon, I guess. I'm gonna go back to not existing.
Get well soon.
Oh, this hurts so bad because they both, first of all, theme songs are both sung by amazing Black women.
Amazing Black women.
Incredibly iconic theme songs, evenly matched.
Oh.
Proud Family does have a slightly weaker animation style, for being honest.
It does. It's not as exciting, I would say. Not bad.
It's not bad, just not as interesting.
Right.
God.
As far as memorable episodes, to me, they
did have the Kwanzaa episode. They did have the back in time going through like segregation episode. They had I believe like the Muslim family episode.
Mm-hmm.
We had
the little seal girl episode from As Told by Ginger.
Yeah.
Also, I will give As Told by Ginger points for the characters changed outfits in every episode, and it was in real time. Like the course of the series, they started in 7th grade and ended in freshman year of high school. That's like,
and actually, remember, like it fast forwarded at the very, very end to like when Ginger was an adult, and she's actually telling her story.
Yeah, she's reading her diary that she turned into like memoirs.
I
feel like that's a bigger feat.
Like as terms of story, As Told by Ginger had a much stronger story because
way stronger.
It was as close to like an episodic show as you could get for like a Nickelodeon like animated series.
Yeah, that was legitimately
Proud Family. Yeah, as Proud Family, you could watch any episode out of order completely fine.
Yeah. In the movie, the Proud Family movie, iconic.
In the movie. Absolutely.
So good.
The dance scene, iconic.
So good. Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to pick As Told by Ginger. I'm so sorry.
I have to.
I'm so sorry.
Y'all are just gonna have to cancel me. But listen, you can't make me not Black. So try it if you want to.
Yeah.
But I have to. Oh my gosh,
Like,
that hurts me.
just listen. As writers, we have to pick as told by Ginger.
The Blerd. This not wait. Now wait a minute. This is not Blerd. Amelia, you are stirring the pot in the
Don't
chat.
stir the pot. We already lost like 5 people because we didn't pick the Boondocks.
Don't make this worse.
Don't make this harder. Don't make this harder than
my
it has to be.
gosh. Mm. I think they were on around the same time too. I want to say, like, they were on like pretty much around. The
You
same
are
time.
evil. You are
Amelia.
evil.
Amelia, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Hi.
Amanda,
Hi, what's up?
you change this immediately.
I
What are we
can't.
doing
Evil.
This is the last one in the quarterfinals. I can't change it.
Oh my god, no.
This is wrong.
You're
This
evil.
is wrong.
I stand by my decisions. I feel like
I'm
I'm making quality entertainment, and I think the chat would agree with me.
Yeah. As if that wasn't hard enough, then we
Bobby.
get thrown into this.
Yeah,
Bobby.
don't worry. I'm gonna be nice to you for the semifinals. Don't worry.
I feel
Are
like you're
you?
lying to me.
Why?
No.
When have I ever lied to you? When?
That's a good point, but
It's
I
a
feel
great
like you're
point.
still lying.
Okay. Okay, fine. I no longer exist. Talk it out.
Bobby, this is gonna hurt both of us, but I think we know what we have to do.
We do have to do it. We do have to do it.
3, 2, 1.
One.
Atla,
Atla.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, Amelia. Why would
Curse you,
do it?
Amelia. Curse you, disembodied voice in the sky.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Jason Marsden, Mars, if you ever see this, just know it's nothing personal. It's strictly business. We've been through so much. That hurts. That hurts.
You know what? At least we didn't have to go up against the Weekenders versus As Told by Ginger.
Because
At
it
least
was
we didn't have to do that.
that was going to take something from me.
It was going to actually hurt, like physical pain.
What are we going to talk out, chat? We've already made 2 kind of like selfish decisions.
Yeah.
We cannot
Can't do this one.
put the Weekenders.
Are you happy,
over.
Amelia? Are you happy?
We can't do it.
We made a decision. We picked Avatar: The Last Airbender. Put the new 2 shows on. Actually, Amelia, you have to come back out here and announce the
Yeah. Okay, so we're at the
Saturday
semifinals now. We are
semifinals.
at the semifinals. And the next 2 shows, as are pictured on the screen, Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron. Boy genius. Oh my god, I should have prepared. You know how like when they announce the Oscars, they always say like a summary of what the show's about?
Yeah.
I should have prepared that.
I think we can do that pretty easily.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to pick one?
In
And
the future, Amelia, you will probably have to do that. But for now, we can do that.
Yeah, okay. Oh my god, thank you for covering me for me.
Yeah. Which one do you
Yeah,
want to speak for, Bobby? I will let you choose.
I'll speak for The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius.
Okay. You want to go up first? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go first. So this is a show about a boy genius named Jimmy. He's I think 10 years old, 10 or 11. And his best friends Sheen and Carl. Because he's a boy genius, he constantly is inventing, just these weird and wacky things. He's incredibly smart. And they just get into like wild and wacky adventures together, and it's an amazing show that I am mourning already. But go for it, Momo.
So Avatar: The Last Airbender is a story about the last airbender, Aang, along with his friends Katara, Sokka, and later on Toph. And they are basically trying to travel the 4 nations to actually technically, 4 nations for Aang to complete his Avatar training. So they go to the Air Nation. He's already a master airbender. I don't know why they go. Oh, I forgot why they go there. Now I remember. that would spoil it for people that haven't seen it. They go to the water tribes.
It's been like a decade. If you haven't seen Avatar The Last Airbender, it's on you.
It is on them, but like just on the off chance they haven't seen it.
Fair.
They go to the Fire Nation, they go to the Earth Kingdom, and they have to defeat the Fire Lord. Well, Aang has to defeat the Fire Lord and bring balance to the 4 nations. Great show. Probably one of the, if not the best story of animated show in general. At
Dare
least
I say TV.
Can I
TV. Possibly. Yeah.
Can I give a summary of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Sure.
So, long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop him. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. Katara, her brother, and she discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And though his airbending skills were great, he had a lot to learn before he could save anyone. But Katara believed Aang could save the world.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, it was smart to just do the intro because that sums it up.
Yep. Anywho, Avatar moves on to the finals.
It does. It has to. Sorry, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
James Isaac Neutron. That's his full name.
And that means that's going to be Codename Kids Next Door versus As Told by Ginger.
I'm not fighting with you on this.
I don't think I have to fight.
Okay, good. Because
we do have to summarize the shows. So am I going to summarize Codename Kids Next Door?
Yeah.
So Codename Kids Next Door follows the Sector V, composed of numbers 1 through 5, Nigel Uno, Hoagie P. Gilligan, Susie Samban, something. What the fuck is number 4's name again?
Is it? I was about to say Nigel. That is not it.
Okay, so someone didn't think that Nigel Uno was white, and that is Amelia.
Okay, first of all,
Wallaby something. And
you
then
said he was
Abigail,
light skinned.
Listen, we're not gonna get into that.
Lest we forget.
Abigail, forget her last name.
I do remember her name was Abigail, so that's good.
It was Abigail something. God, what the fuck? What the fuck was her last name? You know what? Doesn't matter. And they basically they use guerrilla warfare to fight teenagers and adults. That's really it. That summarizes the whole show.
Yep, and as told by Ginger, if you didn't know, it is a show about a girl named Ginger Foutley. She is incredibly bright, incredibly gifted. She's a great writer, and also she writes poetry, and she's really great at that. The show is basically it's very much like slice of life. Like I said before, it runs in real time. So the beginning season has Ginger and her friends Dodie and Macy. It's Macy, right? Yeah, it's Macy. In 7th grade, and then as the series progresses and the series ends, with them in freshman year of high school, but the television movie that rounds out the series ends with Ginger as a full-grown adult. It is an amazing show just as representation of a very weird time in a lot of teenage girls' lives, especially those who are very kind of creative and a little bit quirky. It just shows kind of the ups and downs of growing up. So you're dealing with mean girls and makeup and having crushes for the first time, and those crushes being dorky when you're in 7th grade and then getting hot all of a sudden when you're like in 9th grade and you're like, what the hell? Amazing show. Just such a good slice of life show for the kids.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it is also the winner of this round of the semifinals.
It absolutely is. Hands down.
Which means, as we go into the finals and our disembodied voice comes back.
Hello.
Hello.
So this takes us to the final round. After all of these wonderful shows have fought it out, we have Avatar, The Last Airbender, pitted against As Told by Ginger. Please discuss.
We have
You
to
know,
take our time with this one.
we do have to take our time. Should we go through the categories again?
I think this might be a good time to bring it back.
Okay, bringing back the categories. For all that are just tuning in, we had five categories: theme song, cultural impact, representation, voice acting, animation style, and then a bonus one of just vibes, which is you can categorize as nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgia, just like how it makes you feel. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So we had to start off with the theme song.
Theme song. We'll say Atla doesn't really have one, but having
I think we can
spoken word piece.
It does have a spoken word piece, but I think we can count like the insert music as the theme song, like how iconic that insert music is.
Yeah.
Like they had music, Secret Tunnel.
It's very like bombastic, like it was a score, it was done by a symphony, it fits the grandeur of the show. Is it better than
the As Told by Ginger theme song?
Absolutely fucking not. No, it's not better.
It's not better, unfortunately.
It is not.
It did have some really great music in the show. However, if we're counting like we're counting the outro as the like theme song. Really.
Yeah.
The doon, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna count that as the theme song.
It just doesn't compete.
It does not I agree.
It does not compete. But it as far as a theme song perfectly matching the tone of the show, like as soon as you watch Avatar, you know exactly what type of show you're about to watch from the intro alone.
It's true.
So for that, fantastic. But
theme song wise, gotta give it to Ginger. I'm going to give Atla. We are factoring in the fact that it didn't have a theme song, but it did have theme music. So the theme music, we're gonna count Avatar's Love, and the ending song as the theme music. Neither of those can compete with the As Told by Ginger theme song as sung by Macy Gray.
Nope. Neither can. Not to say that both are bad. Yeah. They're not touching it. They're not touching it.
What would we rate it? I think a 4. I don't want to say it's a 4.5 because
yeah, it's a 4. A 4.5 is giving it a little bit too much because I feel like we're saying that even given all of the whatever, like it's still not as good. So I feel like that's a whole point tier down.
I agree. Next thing, cultural impact. Atla does get a 5 for this. A comfortable 5.
On TikTok alone. Like I remember
a comfortable 5.
The day that Atla dropped on Netflix and people were revisiting the show after however many years, that was a moment. That was like a cultural moment because people were getting reacquainted with the show after so long.
Yeah.
So 5. I have to give it a 5. A comfortable 5.
But a 5 nonetheless.
A 5 nonetheless. Ginger, I feel like the only thing that people remember about Ginger for whatever reason is like Little Seal Girl, like the song that Macy sings.
And it's funny because I don't remember the song at all. I remember it happening. I don't remember the song.
I do not remember. I remember select episodes and characters more than I remember that song. So for that, I'm giving it like a 3.
A 3? Really?
Is that too high?
I thought it was a bit low, but I think I do have to agree with you. It has to be a 3. Considering that this show really meant something to people that write.
Yes.
I don't think the average person it meant nearly as much.
And I think that's why it's this is why it's getting hard. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if someone were to watch this, if you're looking, first of all, because I see it in chat, this is sounding biased. It is. We literally picked some shows. We picked Weekenders over Boondocks. If you didn't
This
know it
is
was
so
biased
biased.
by now, it's biased. But
Yeah.
like, I think it's hard because we are two like creatively inclined people,
People.
and so I understand. Like, I'm aligned with that.
Like,
Like, it's not going to mean as much to just the regular watcher of Nickelodeon if you don't fall in line with that.
and both of these shows are incredible from storytelling perspectives, just in different genres. Like, As Told by Ginger is an incredible story wise by like in the slice of life genre, whereas Atla is incredible story wise by like action adventure.
Yeah. And I think sometimes people can conflate grandeur with quality. So a thing can feel big and not necessarily be as good as something that feels a little bit more homegrown and personal. In this case, Atla isn't like necessarily doing that. Like, Atla is big and good. But I think sometimes it's almost like how people, like, you know how people will be like, oh, these are amazing acting performances, and it's just screaming or yelling.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's not quite it. Leaves on the Vine.
Like leaves on the vine. Da, 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 da.
Is that
It's
from
the
Avatar?
sad song from Avatar. Yeah. It's from when Uncle Iroh was like visiting the grave or like
of his son. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I blocked that out. That was trauma, so I just blocked that one out. Um, but that's not really like a theme song, though. Like, it's not the theme of the show.
It was like one song featured in one episode, and that's it.
It's for that, for
Yeah.
the voice actor passing away.
That was really
It's
sad.
amazing, but it's not I mean, it's not a theme. Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch here,
Yeah.
but it's just, it's not. But it's a
not a theme.
great moment. It's a great moment.
What's next? Not cultural impact. We just did that. Representation. We do have to have an honest conversation about the rep in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
We do.
Because we acknowledge that yes, the characters are entirely Asian and or Native, not Native American, but indigenous. However, there is like one Asian voice actor.
Yep.
And all of the Native people are voiced by white people. Majority of the Asian characters are voiced by white people.
Yeah.
So we have to take off like at least 2 points for rep.
For Atla, for sure. As far as like, I think rep can be twofold almost. So like, rep could be, is it a person from this represented group voicing the character? In that regard, we're gonna knock it.
Yeah, we gotta knock it on that.
But as far as on-screen representation for Asian characters in animation, which hadn't been done before up until that point, then it doesn't cancel out, but it kind of brings it back up again, because that is very important to like a select community of having that type of representation.
And also the fact that we got like strong female character rep.
We did,
which was not very common in a show that's like not dominated by women. Like, if it wasn't 4 girls, there was really not much female rep.
And it was rep in different form, like same thing with what I was saying earlier, but like how strength can look different. So it wasn't just like Azula was the only form of a strong woman in the show. It was like Azula and Katara and Toph. Like,
I would consider Ty Lee to be an incredibly strong female representation, and Suki. All the female characters were like incredibly strong women. I love them. Well, girls, and they were just children.
They straddle the like the spectrum, I guess, of femininity too,
and disability rep as well.
So for rep, that is not voice actor does the like voice actor match the character. Atla does kind of. It boosts itself back up.
I do want to give it a 4 though. I do want to dock it one full point.
I agree. I agree. Will we give Ginger a 5, or is that also a 4?
We have to think about it because it did obviously have like female rep because it was like a female centered show.
Mm-hmm.
We did have Asian rep as well as black rep.
We did.
Let's see.
But beyond that,
You could argue that there was like neurodivergent rep in there as well.
you could, especially like you could make the argument like maybe in like her brother, forgot his name, Carl.
Carl.
But
just with how like obsessed he was with, what was he obsessed with, eyes?
It was something. Him and what's his face?
I cannot remember his best friend's name.
I cannot remember it at all. I didn't like the angry black best. Oh, I don't know. Miranda wasn't angry. She was just vindictive.
She was
like she wasn't angry.
She wasn't angry. She literally has never. I don't think she ever raised her voice once.
No, she just was evil. Like there's something about that is like.
And then we found out when we found out more about her, it wasn't even that like she wasn't evil. She was just like stuck up.
Yeah, it truly is just that. Like she felt like she was better, and so she acted that way.
Yeah,
and honestly,
she like genuinely thought she was a better human being than anyone else. She just had a very big and like a very big sense of self.
She did, and I don't feel like enough Black women feel like they're better than others. So for that, I think it's positive representation.
Like she was mean. But like so is Santana from like Glee, and everyone loves her.
And they are essentially the same character in different font. Because she also has a white best friend / lover in Brittany. So I Miranda, I don't know, I fuck with Miranda. I like that she just wasn't needing to be the like, girlfriend like type. She was just like you're just a bitch. That's it.
Yeah. And even like Courtney, who was like the typical rich mean girl character, quote unquote rich mean girl, we found out more about her throughout the show and realized that like she just like it's like her sense of self. She didn't have one.
She only knew herself via the things that she had.
Yeah.
She didn't know like who Courtney really was. And I think as the show went on, she began to find a friend in Ginger because Ginger didn't know who she was, even though she was figuring it out.
Yeah. So
I
want to give it a 4 as well?
I would give it a 4. I think they're doing different things, but they kind of reach the same end goal at the end of the day.
Yeah. Next we have voice acting. I don't think there were any incredible voice actors like in As Told by Ginger at all.
Cree Summer, she was Miranda.
Oh, other than Cree Summers, but
and Kath Soucie, she was also in it. Melissa Disney. I think
Right.
it's another Proud Family situation. The great voice actors to fit the characters, not necessarily the voices themselves were.
Agreed.
Dynamic.
I can remember what all the characters sound like perfectly well, but I can also do the same for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That is true, and I will
Dante
say
Bosco.
Dante Bosco is Zuko, which is
Mark
I think
Hamill for Ozai.
Oh, that was Mark Hamill.
Yeah, you didn't know?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was Mark Hamill.
Well,
so we did have really amazing voice work in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
And even though she got on my last damn nerve, Mae Whitman as Katara is pretty good. I think she fits whoever Toph's voice actor is. I think that really has got that the vocal quality is like there in Toph. Like you can hear the toughness, but also she does sound like she's 10.
It's true. I think honestly, for how well they both teams voiced the characters, I want to give them both 5s.
I'm gonna have to give them both 5s too, because I can't think of anything like that's gonna dock it. I wanted to be a Katara stan, I really did, but sometimes she just would really just
I
she would
loved
be
her.
too self-righteous, or there would be moments when I'm like, Katara, Sokka is also here. That was also his mother. You're not fighting this fight alone, baby girl. I'm so sorry. But for the most part, I liked her.
Like animation style. Hmm.
Mm.
I
Sorry for being gay, I guess. Amelia, don't do this to me. Oh, wow. That's
This is
hard.
it's hard.
It's a matter of taste, I think. Like
Yeah.
whatever your flavor is when
Okay.
it comes to animation.
So Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
you write.
Yes.
Would you like to write for TV?
Yes.
If you were to get an animated show done,
Mm-hmm.
which style of animation would you go for? Knowing the genres you write for, which animation style would you go for?
Mm. I would want to write for a show that's younger, so I feel like a
Mhm.
style like As Told by Ginger works better.
Mm-hmm.
But I also do want characters that are hot. So Atla really works in that regard, because as the chat is saying, I'm bi, so like a lot of my awakening, it was in that show. I'm 10 toes down for Azula. She could do her little lightning thing to me any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Hmm. My heart is saying As Told by Gender because I love Klasky Chupo, and I like that it can it's not objectively
Mm-hmm.
good or bad. It kind of can go either way as far as like people liking the
Yeah.
animation style. What are your thoughts?
If I know I write for mostly like sci-fi and fantasy, so I have to go for Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Like comfortably, I would probably like end up writing a show and have animated in that art style.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where God.
It is, I will say that like as far as the technical aspect of it in production,
Mm-hmm.
Atla is moons better
Yeah.
than the Klasky Chupo style. But as far as stylization and uniqueness, there are a ton of shows because that was what was popular around that time.
Yeah.
Like hamburger anime was kind of ramping up, so there were a lot of shows that looked like it. There weren't too many shows that were on at the same time as Told by Ginger that looked like As Told by Ginger.
Yeah, because it got the tail end of like '90s animation.
Mm-hmm. It was like carrying over from
Mm-hmm.
Wild Thornberries and Rugrats.
Yeah. So it was an animation style that was more popular in the '90s, not
Mm-hmm.
popular in the 2000s. So it's actually the only one on this list with this art style.
Yeah,
Like a
because
relic from the times before.
it is. That is true. And I think it probably was one of the last shows that they did for Nickelodeon.
True.
Klasky
You know what?
Chupo.
Fuck
So
it. 5 across the
that
board.
it is another 5. It's gonna come down to it's gonna be like a half a point that's gonna that's gonna separate these two.
And the next one was Vibes. God damn it. Because they both have
That's
great
another
vibes.
5.
They both
Yeah, the
have great
vibes are
vibes. Like slice
there.
of life, action, adventure, 5s across the board. So that brings our total up to God, I am bad at math.
Shouldn't it only be like 1 point?
Yeah, 1 point difference. And it goes to Atla. Avatar The Last Airbender is the winner of the TV tournament of the 2000s cartoons.
With As Told by Ginger being a close second.
Very close second.
But I think in the
Yay!
end, the good show won. But we fought tooth. We were knocking out some good ones for
We
As
were.
Told by Ginger.
So that means our top, our how much? What were our top fives? As told, Atla, as told by Ginger, um, what? Codename Kids
Is it-
Next Door, Jimmy Neutron.
I'm
Just
okay
name
with
probably.
that, honestly. Because what was our starting list?
Our starting list was 32 shows long.
I'm trying to see. Okay, I think our top 4 is good.
Top.
I want to
4,
pour
yeah.
one out for the Weekenders. We truly
Pour
were
one out for the
knocking out.
Weekenders.
We were knocking out some good ones for the Weekenders.
We were.
And
So,
it just simply, it wasn't going to beat Atla. So it's all good.
And
Wow.
that was a fight. That was an honest fight. This stream was supposed to last an hour. It was supposed to be an hour.
And we...
Also, I do want to give credit to at Not Wilden on TikTok for coming up with the concept of TV tournament. We were supposed to do this ages ago, but we were both very busy actually, and never got to. And he will be on eventually to possibly play TV tournament or a different game on Blerd Roundtable. If you did enjoy this, I want to suggest maybe you follow us here, also on TikTok at also Blerd Roundtable. Also follow Bobby as well. Do you want to plug your thing one more time?
Yeah. I am the Afternoon Special on Instagram and on TikTok. I am at Hi, I'm Bobby on Twitter. I was about to say something else. And on September 8th, this upcoming Wednesday, I'm dropping a podcast. I'm finally doing it. Getting a podcast going. It should be available where all fine podcasts are sold. And yeah, so I'll see you there. And I'm not gonna drop the name yet because I'm gonna make a formal video for it. But hey, fuck, it's 10 people here. The name of the podcast is gonna be Hi, I'm Bobby. That's the name of the podcast. So hope you guys will join me in my dulcet tones on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever the hell the podcast will be.
Yeah. And I think our list of 5 shows, just kidding, 4 shows that were in our finals slash semifinals. Avatar: The Last Airbender, As Told by Ginger, Codename Kids Next Door, and Jimmy Neutron, with the honorable mention of of The Weekenders, are all shows we highly recommend that you do watch. The Weekenders is not available for streaming, I believe, and Codename Kids Next Door, I think you can find on YouTube.
Yeah, I think you can find certain clips of The Weekenders, like an episode broken up into parts. You can get the gist of it. If nothing else, just watch the theme song because the theme song is a banger. So,
like everything's great. We want to thank you so much for joining us here at Blerd Roundtable. Thank you, Bobby, for coming and being our guest. Absolutely. And thank you, everyone, for watching. This was so much fun. We will be doing this again, possibly with the 90s TV show tournament, and modern TV tournament. And maybe if you guys really like that, we'll end up doing not just cartoons, but like sitcoms and such. Let us know what you want to hear from us. But until next time, thank you so much. Oh, our top TV show is Atla.
Yeah.
Until then, thank you so much. Bye. It was great having you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.